And we're going to record. No, I don't want to stop live stream. No. All right. All right. Let's just get right into it. I'm not sorry about your Yankees.
Oh, please don't do this.
We love playoff baseball on this podcast. It's what we talk about every week.
This is an anti-baseball podcast. Anti-baseball.
You don't want to discuss Garrett Cole? That's
no.
not okay.
We shouldn't pay Astros players. That's what we should not do.
So sorry that the Yankees, when more than like two people make the playoffs, decide to lose. I have a lot of Yankee slander just written down, just like, oh man, they started letting people of color play baseball. Now the Yankees can't win.
Oh man, how unfortunate. Who could have seen it coming?
When Texas wins this weekend, nobody's gonna be able to steal my joy. So get your jokes in now.
We're in a USC shirt.
Coming.
We don't talk about college football on this podcast, actually. That's sport that exploits young men. Yeah, so.
I do have a USC shirt on. Shouts to USC, but everybody knows I'm a Texas fan.
Playoff baseball and men's college basketball, the only sports we discuss on this podcast. Thank you very much.
Urban Meyer's next job, USC football. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. Anyway, welcome to the One Take Podcast, episode 85. We are joined by Mo again, back on within the last 3 episodes. I think you were on a few episodes ago.
I think I was on 80. So it was like an even number.
Awesome.
Even, but
This week we are talking about Squid Game, the Netflix banger, apparently the most watched show ever on that platform, which I say is bullshit. But
there's no fucking way.
They always say this. They say this every 3 or 4 years. They say, oh, this is now the new. I don't believe it, but a lot of people are watching. It's everywhere.
I mean, there's the memes and everything else. It is huge. But let's start with our guest. Mo, how you doing? You
Wonderful.
Really wanted to come on and talk about this, actually.
I want to talk about anyone. I will talk about this with anyone, but I'm very excited to be here. Squid Game.
What a name for a show, by the way.
So everyone's first gripe, weirdos, is that it's like not shaped like a squid.
It is literally not shaped like a squid. It threw me off immediately.
I was so confused.
Though, my ass was like talking to people. I was like, actually, it is part of a squid. And if you cut the squid like this, then it does look like a squid.
I have never.
It doesn't look like a squid.
But I was watching that and I was like, "What?"
TJ, did you say it looks like a house? You're like house game.
It looks like a house, but I understand house game is not nearly as cool.
It's not really as compelling as Squid Game.
But it looks like. Why would you cut the tentacles off a squid? The defining characteristic of a squid is his tentacles, and so they show us this shape, and it's like, oh, that doesn't look like a squid at all. There's no tentacles on that. It's just like a box with a triangle on top. It just doesn't make sense. But
wow, there's a deep lesson here. It's about the friends we made along the way.
We're going to get back to that.
Speaking of making friends along the way, there's no way that you can stay friends with people after playing that game. It's not possible.
Right?
Like, as a child, no fucking way.
No.
Why are there so many games, though, that could end up like with like friendships ended, though, as like children games?
Yeah, there will be fisticuffs playing Squid Game. There just has to be.
Right.
There's so many games when you were a kid that you probably put it out of your mind because you're just irony poisoned and older now. And I don't know. I've just forgotten a lot of stuff because of substances. But the thing, the thing with that is you probably don't remember, but on the playground, I'm not sure. You're not coming to my birthday party.
Because you didn't help me win that last game, or you beat me in that last game.
You kept tagging me in freeze tag. God damn it! Like, quit
on the same team, and like if you feel like that person made you lose, bro, you're not coming to my birthday party.
Hit me in the head with a rubber dodgeball in 5th grade. You're dead to me.
Dude, rubber dodgeball, no joke. They took those away post haste.
We lived in incredible times. Those things were so much fun.
We did rubber dodgeballs for like maybe a year, and then I guarantee some kid got his glasses broke, and like they're like, nah. So they had the like the squishy foam balls that if you threw them hard enough, they would curve and they would like curve up. So I
Those were awful.
I always got hit in the face with those because I was taller than everyone else. I'm like head and shoulders above everybody else.
The rubber ones were where it should be at. Yeah, did they hurt a little bit? Of course they did, but it gave you more of an incentive not to be hit. I don't understand what the problem was. I used to try to kill kids with that rubber dodgeball.
The squishy ones, the cover, the paint on them always chipped off, so you be throwing it, and then like die in midair, like a Matt Ryan pass. Just like,
how often did you play dodgeball in school?
A lot, dodgeball all the time. It was an incredible sport.
I maybe played it twice, once or twice.
Every single Friday from like kindergarten
I maybe played it once or twice.
The end of high school.
I played dodgeball in college. I love dodgeball. We stuck games in college.
They had
love dodgeball.
Do y'all do paintball too?
What?
Do y'all do paintball as well? Y'all just
I did when I was there was a moment in my friend group and I think across the country where it was like dodgeball was on like or paintball was on like TV. Exactly. Like it was like when I was in 7th grade or something. We got way into it. But what they don't tell you is all those dudes have on pads and shit. We would just go out there in like shorts and a t-shirt. You would leave bleeding welts on your it was disgusting.
My little brother played like semi-pro paintball. My little brother played like semi-pro paintball.
That looked awful to me.
Semi-pro paintball.
He was a semi-pro paintball player. My little brother was. And also, fun fact, paintball is racist.
What?
I mean, everything is. That
well, honestly, what isn't racist, but I'm sure dodgeball is racist too. Dodgeball is probably racist.
You could go play paintball is in the forest with a bunch of white people, and their politics are awful. Those are the only places in America where they play paintball. And y'all was
out there playing with those people.
Paintball is racist. I'm telling you, those places you got to go play paintball are not places you want to live.
We were in East Texas. No comment. So you didn't play dodgeball? You played dodgeball like twice?
Yeah, I maybe played dodgeball twice. I'm not playing dodgeball.
That was our middle school, elementary school gym coach. He'd show up hungover. It was either play dodgeball or go run a mile out on our dirt track.
Like you're always gonna pick the dodgeball.
There was definitely like options, and the other option was not run a mile, but there was like multiple options, and I never chose dodgeball.
Are you anti-dodgeball?
Am I welcome on this podcast if I say that?
You might not be.
Dodgeball is incredible.
Dodgeball was our motivation to get through the end of the week. It's like we're running shitty miles like all week long, and they got us trying to lift weights or whatever, and then they'd be like, "Okay, fuck it, Friday we're playing dodgeball. Just knock yourselves out, tire yourselves out."
I'd be accidentally hitting people in the face. Now I'm the villain. I don't like it.
All right.
Do it accidentally.
Well, because you're a menace. Squid Game 2021 came out just a few weeks ago. We wanted to this is spoiler alert. This is going to be all spoilers. I don't know why you're listening to a podcast if you don't want spoilers, but I mean, we never really don't do spoilers anyway. So you've had a few weeks to watch it. It's the biggest thing on television. Spoiler alert, there's going to be plenty of spoilers. 8.3 on IMDb, number 1 rated thing in popularity on IMDb. 9 episodes rated TVMA. Hundreds of cash-strapped players accept a strange invitation to compete in children's games inside a tempting prize awaits with deadly high stakes. A survival game that has a whopping 45.6 billion won prize at stake. It's a Korean series, and it stars. We said this before the podcast. Don't get mad at us. We're gonna butcher some names on this podcast.
We're gonna try our hardest.
Actually, these are kind of out of order because some of these are voice actors within this and some of them aren't on IMDb, so I apologize. The main character is Lee Jung-jae, all of these are out of order on IMDb, so I apologize. Hopefully I'll look on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see.
Some of them are. The dub is awful, by the way. This thing is.
I didn't even try.
Oh
Can
God!
someone send me a link
awful.
with, like the characters, or do y'all have like a cool little
I'll send it to you.
cast list?
I'm trying to find the cast list on. Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Park Hae-soo, Jung Ho Yeon as Sabyok.
Yeah, I remember.
Those are the three main people. Of course, Wee Ha-jun as the police officer.
Of course, everyone knows that.
Well, you aren't reading these names right now.
I'm just saying, you said of course. I'm like, no, nobody knows.
Fair. And then an appearance by Gong Yoo as the salesman, who was in one of my favorite movies, Train to Busan.
He's in Train to Busan. He's awesome in Train to Busan.
Yeah, so when I saw him pop up, I did the Leo pointing meme. Anyway, this has 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, 86%, 86% audience score. Squid Game's unflinching brutality is not for the faint of heart, but sharp social commentary and surprisingly tender core will keep viewers glued to the screen, even if it's while watching between their fingers. Not that scary. I don't know what I mean. Anyway, Mo, start us off. Give us a review, letter grade.
Oh,
it's gonna be a longer episode. There's 9 episodes within this whole thing. It's 9 hours of content.
So let's start with, damn it, I forgot the letter grade. I'm gonna have to go with
Well, grade it again.
B+. I'm gonna give it a B+.
Okay.
If we're on a B-, B+, we're on a +- scale, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me start off with, I didn't hate the ending as much as everyone else. I'm gonna start there.
Okay.
Not hate it as much as everyone else. I didn't say I loved it. Didn't say I necessarily. I just didn't hate it as much as everyone else did or seemingly did. I think it was, and I tweeted this earlier, it was a beautiful exploration of like humanity and what it means to live in a world where there's a bunch of inequality and obviously oppression, and it's by design, and it makes people feel like there's hope to be gained in life. And then they show you at the end that there's kind of not. Spoiler alert. But I think I give it a B+ because this is a very standard like approach to a lot of TV shows or movies where it's like either you live and do fucked up shit or you die. I've seen like a bunch of, movies and shows like that. I'm sure we all have. And so it's hard because I know the main character is not going to die. If this was like some Game of Thrones type shit, I would probably be like, oh shit, that main character may die. But I knew the main character wasn't going to die, but I appreciated the way they approached all of the games that they played and the dialogue between all the characters. We can talk later, but I really like how there was like numerous villains. There was an obvious villain, the loud, extroverted, clear villain, but then there was a lot of like underlying villains throughout the whole show. So that was dope. That's pretty much what I got. I won't talk too long because I want to really tap into some shit here. We might be here a while.
Yeah, there's you mentioned you didn't think that the main character was going to die. And they do that on purpose where they put him last in literally everything.
Right.
Like every single game. So as to keep the tension, because it's like we've established that he's the main character, even though he's like not a super flamboyant. He's just like a normal dude. You know what I mean? There's no reason you should be rooting for this guy other than he's who we saw first.
Right. I guess I like when shows like or shows or movies like take risks, and there was really no like risk here. It was just really, let's see how people die. Let's see when they die. Let's see what they say when they die, which, that can be.
That much gore is a risk. I would say that much gore is a risk.
Well, clearly.
This is an extremely violent television show.
I mean, risk as far that's what was cool about it, though, right? It's like it's extremely gory, and it held back in no form or fashion. Like you think you're not going to watch somebody get shot in the head, and they're absolutely going to sit there with the camera while the person gets shot.
And they're going to show the remains afterwards. They're going to show you,
and then you're
what that looked like afterwards.
Happen. Like think about a movie. How many times you'll like even an action gore movie, you see somebody get shot in the head or like crushed in the head. Like maybe once or twice. This happened 50 times each episode. Like,
A lot. It was a lot. Dex, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm one of the people who just absolutely fucking hated the ending of this show. The ending, like, I'm back and forth on it because obviously the first 6 episodes are just like perfect television. A plus, 100% nailed it. The Marbles episode is one of the best episodes TV I've seen in a long time. Loved it a lot. And then the end of it, it just felt so stupid and like a waste of my time. Like I felt legitimately disrespected by the way that they like ended some of those storylines. I was like, why did y'all do this to me? Like the twist is very dumb and like just kind of like throws away most of what you've seen. And you know, like obviously there's gonna be a season 2 now. Netflix is calling this the most popular show in their history. They're gonna make a season 2. It's Netflix. But you know, when it first came out and like started to get a little bit bigger, everyone was like, oh, it's a mini series, this is it, blah blah blah. So watching it thinking this is the end of it, you're just like, this is a really stupid way to end this entire show. They tell you basically nothing about the mystery, the central mystery of the show, other than to just ruin it for you a little bit. Like they don't tell you enough about it to make you understand it. They just tell you enough about it to make it less fun. So I hated the ending of this show. But you know, because the front half is so good, I still got to give it like a B, but I just really hated the ending, and we'll get into more about why later. But yeah, I'm at a B.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm with Dex on this. 100%. I'm with Dex on 100%. I hate the ending.
Go ahead. I had a point and I lost it. Go ahead.
So I would give it a B plus. I really enjoyed this. The first, I wouldn't even cut them off at the first 6. The 6 episodes is obviously the height of the show. Everything is kind of set up perfectly to go on this amazing emotional journey for an hour. It's almost a perfect episode of television. Even if you had never seen any other episodes, you would enjoy just seeing these people have these moments where they know one of them is going to die and how they all treat it, the conversations that they have. It's just well shot. It's just perfect. But I really was into the show until the last episode. I was fine with the first 8. The last episode just falls apart. And it's because the show is so popular. It's because it's Netflix. And it's because they're trying to make a season 2 when they could have executed it in a way where the end of the story happens in episode 9. We know all the information. We've seen all the things. I absolutely hate the twist. And it cuts off at the legs all the emotional moments we had with that character when he becomes the big bad. And then you don't even give him his answer for reasoning. His answer for why he's the big bad doesn't even try to attempt to humanize him. He just says, "Oh, I was bored." And it's like all that stuff that we just experienced with this old man and what he did to our hearts, what he did to our souls is if you go back through the season, it's completely minimized because you're not going to have those moments with that character anymore because that guy is the bad guy. Watching that 6th episode will never feel the same because now that we know he's the bad guy, it will never grab you in the same way. Those scenes. I gotta tell
you, I'm not rewatching this show.
No, can't do it.
I have a question. So does that mean you're not watching a second season if it comes out?
No. Well, here's the thing.
I want to talk about that in its own segment.
Hold on. Let me hear Royden. Hold on. I want to hear what Royden has to say.
Answer that question.
There is the problem. I probably would, but I wouldn't rewatch what this is. Like I would watch out of morbid curiosity to see how they tie up loose ends.
I think we all watch this out of morbid curiosity.
I mean, absolutely, we watched. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, why? You know?" And then it ended up being a really good show. But to do the thought that I had, what Dex mentioned and what Tej actually did the exact same thing is that, and my fiance is calling me. Sorry. The problem inherent with Netflix is that they always do this. Like Stranger Things could have ended after one season.
Bro.
You know, it is. The problem inherent with Netflix is that they are greedy, that they will just be like, you know what, instead of putting out one great season, like HBO are the king of this, that they're, you know, I think what maybe what's the show with Reese Witherspoon?
Big Little Lies.
Big Little Lies maybe
Little
shouldn't have had a
Lies.
second season, but they will cut it off.
I enjoyed that second season, not as much as the first, but I enjoyed
Same.
that second season.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
but
with you on that
HBO doesn't have a problem with cutting a show off and just being like, we're done. Like they did one season of Watchmen. You know, it's just like they're that's fine. We're done. And that's maybe on the creator of the Watchmen anyway. But Netflix inherently as like a business model is like, you're getting 3 seasons. And after that, we can decide, even if it's a good show, we'll maybe cut you off anyway. But like, instead of having an all-time show that people will talk about as like, as one of the great mini series that has come out in a long time, it's like, we got an okay show that's going to go like 4 seasons. Like, why? You know, like,
Yeah.
you know, or they'll have really good shows that need to go multiple seasons and they'll cut it off at the legs because we're going to do like 18 more seasons of Outer Banks. Like, why? I don't give a fuck.
They're gonna take what's popular and just make more of it. They're making a second part of Tiger King. Like we didn't.
It's so sad, man. It makes me so sad that this thing is set up for a season 2. It makes, because it's like you're snap back into reality of like, oh yeah, this is a Netflix property. They're going to do this, as opposed to just giving me 9 episodes of complete fire and let me walk away from be like, I enjoyed myself. We have to do this. And I'm probably going to watch season 2 out of morbid curiosity as well, but it will never, ever be able to reach the heights that they achieved in season 1, just by definition.
And the problem with the way that they ended the show is that like now I don't care what happens in a season 2. Like I'll probably watch it just because everyone will be talking about it, but like I don't give a fuck what this guy does now. He sucks. Like that's where I'm at.
How do you not give him another moment with his daughter? You build up this relationship he has with his daughter, and we never see her again in the fucking scene. That doesn't make any sense. You have to make him take the whole journey. They just stop in the middle. Like, actually, he's gonna give up on his daughter and like literally not go see his family so that he can go infiltrate an organization that we already saw someone infiltrate in the previous season. It doesn't make any sense.
Like an actual cop. This dude is just a guy that survived.
Like, I don't understand it at all.
I just want to defend.
Why does he have red hair? I just hate it.
Oh my god!
Hate it.
Yeah, I would not defend Netflix, but maybe in a way. But Netflix has absolutely had some good like miniseries. Stranger, Under Eyes, Haunting of Hill House. No, did that have 2 seasons? But like whatever, 1 or 2 seasons. Like sometimes they get it right in like super dramatic genres and stuff. But I guess that's even more of an indictment on Squid Game because they should have gone that route with this one. Whoever made those decisions, whoever was in the room, they could have made this one season. They could have answered why in a very creative way at the end, and they chose not to. And they added a lot of extra shit that they're doing the typical, we're going to add in a couple questions that people have so that if there's enough, there's a season 2. And it's like, I'm not upset. I'm not as upset as y'all because clearly I knew we're all going to be upset. But I do understand where it's like, you kind of edged me, if that's okay to say. It's like
this is a family podcast.
On this podcast? How dare you? Edging? Edging on a family podcast?
This is the edging and soaking podcast. That's what this kind of podcast is. That's what this podcast is.
As a virgin, no.
The jumping podcast.
Jumping.
Who's a soaker? Who's a jumper?
The Jump Hump podcast.
Oh God.
Who would be the best jump humper in the Squid Game?
Who's the Oh God.
Anyway,
the old man is clearly out, but cool girl, probably great. Never mind.
Please
redacted. We're moving on. My grade of this is a B+.
There we go. So we got, what do we get? We got 2 B+. Wait, 3. No, Mo gave it a B.
No, I gave it a B+. 3 B+ and a B.
Yeah.
Who gave it a B?
I gave it a B.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, and I tweeted at Dex, like, I can't give anything that I had to read for 9 hours straight, and it kept my attention the entire time. And you might be rolling your eyes at that, but I'm a dumb American. Like, that's like I don't read, you know, like.
And to be able to, I was talking about this earlier with someone. To be able to keep, like, when you sit down to watch a movie, they have an hour and a half, 2 hours of your time, maybe 3 hours of your time if they're really established, but they just got to entertain you for an hour and a half. Asking people to sit down for 9 hours and read Korean is a huge ask, and it's not easy to do. So like the fact that they were able to do that seamlessly, as soon as I watched the first episode, I was like, this show's weird. I'm in. When you get to the red light, green light scene and you just see it play out, you're just like, oh, how can you not click on the next episode when you see something like that? You're just like, holy shit, this is so shocking. This is such a shocking thing to watch. And it's incredibly violent, obviously, but it's just like, literally these people walk into this thing thinking they're playing a children's game. And in the middle of the game, they realize, oh, if we don't win this game, we die. Like after the first shots go off, and there's like 10 people who just panic and run around because like that's what you would do if you heard a gunshot. You don't even think you're still playing a game. You're being shot at. So like all of a sudden, these people just die. Like it's crazy to watch. It's
after the red light, green light, though, the games got progressively stupider.
Yeah.
Or easier. Like the red light, green light thing, it captures your attention. You're like, what like the children's game. Now we're just going to get shot in the head by a moving android baby. Like it was just like a weird,
whose head is not on right.
Yeah. It was just a weird thing that you're just like, what? In that whole sing-songy thing that they do.
The song is great. That scene is
which has now been made into a meme on TikTok and everything else.
Have you seen the IG live story red light, green light game?
They have a game.
You can play it on Instagram now. You can play red light, green light on Instagram now.
That's crazy. I've checked it out.
But the memes and the TikToks of all that stuff, like the ones is like if they were playing like Whip and Nay Nay, like everybody would be dead anyway. I sent text and
all the games were amazing except for the last game, which is basically just a UFC fight. I absolutely hated that decision.
They just beat the shit out of each other.
We watched them play games for 5 games, and all of a sudden you literally just put them in an octagon, and then the title of the show is Squid Game. Nobody knows the rules of Squid Game. They just beat the shit out of each other for like 5 minutes.
No, TJ, give us the rules of Squid Game right now. Go.
They explain
the rules of Squid Game. We're explaining the show about 5 times. I still don't know the rules of Squid Game.
I don't understand the rules. How do children like this?
The first thing that they do in the show is explain Squid Game, and I still didn't get it. I was like, wait, what?
Either. I said, I don't understand this game, but don't explain it again. Don't worry. And literally, as I was watching the show, they would repeat the rules of every game twice. And I said, by the time we get to the Squid Game, I know I'm going to understand the rules of Squid Game. I just know I am. We get to there. And it's literally just a UFC fight. You can't even see the fucking lines. You're just stabbing each other. What are we? It's not a game.
It's raining. Yeah.
It's not a game.
Drama with the rain. I love the rain.
All those Squid Game catches your eye on the flash screen more than like kickball.
Yes, that's true. But if kickball was in Korean, maybe it would have a cooler name.
Yeah, probably.
This is true.
Because Squid Game wasn't awful. I liked all the games. The Glass game, incredible content to watch. The tug of war game, incredible. I've seen a million tug of war games. They still made this really great. The only game that was really boring, well, not boring, but the game where they were licking the little honeycombs, that was okay, I guess. Marbles was also swaggy as hell. The whole show was just great. And then we got to the last game, and it was basically a UFC fight. And I could not be more frustrated.
Marbles was dumb. They just wrote it really well. Marbles was just like, they didn't actually play marbles or anything. Like, they didn't play any games. They're just like, if you
Some
bet
of them
and I
did play
bet.
Games.
They did. It was games, but everyone played their own game, which I really
Everyone made up their own game.
I also really love the game of how many marbles do you have? You have to bet me how many are in my hand. The odd or even game. That game was incredible.
I love that game.
Yeah.
I love how we all thought they were going to play regular marbles, those of us in America here.
Yeah.
None of them played marbles that we know, right?
None of those games are games that I had seen.
Yeah, I don't know any of those marbles games.
Yeah.
When Cool Girl drops the marble, I could have fainted from dread. Like that's the emotion I came here for. That I was literally watching it like this is the goods. This is what I came here for. Tug at my heartstrings. I want to feel every moment of this episode, and literally you feel every moment of the episode. The old man is being senile, or is he letting him do this? Is he actually out of it? Do you know? Who knows? Is the old man like even aware of himself? Everything is just great. I love the marbles game. It was Shakespearean, a perfect episode of television.
We gotta get there later. We gotta kind of go through.
Yeah, we'll go through the episodes, but before, like, to finally put a bow on the ratings thing. A few things that I had problems with. The cop storyline was enthralling until it just wasn't. Until it just ended, and you're just like, like what? Like it was.
Why did we
What
do
kind of
that?
twist is that? Why did we make it his brother? Why did we do that? We all assumed his brother was dead. Like, just make.
That's also another bait and switch for a season 2.
Y'all
Like,
are livid about it.
Why did we do that? But it didn't make the show better. It made it worse.
It didn't even like teach us anything. I was talking about this on Twitter. Like, if a storyline like that is slowly revealing like stuff to us that's useful later, whatever, that's cool. But it didn't even do that. We just killed the guy off and we're done.
Yeah,
they didn't even have the dialogue.
They didn't have the dialogue. Which
what are we doing?
I'm okay with him being the brother, but they just cut it. They deaded it right there, and it was like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, let's have the dialogue. At least give us. You're just gonna shoot him now?
Hold your brother hostage, bring him back to the game,
Yes,
put him in the game. I don't know, do something.
Oh, if they would have put him in the game, that would have been
put him in the game is a much better decision.
But
a much better decision.
Or shoot to kill. You're a cop. I'm sure they touched it.
Yeah.
You shot him.
They do it differently. They do it differently in South Korea. The thing I also hated, and it maybe just was how like they just presented the VIPs or whatever annoyed the hell out of me. I didn't know what that whole
they're supposed to.
Yeah, they're supposed to
clunky and weird.
The English sounded weird.
They're bad. Sounded like they're bad actors.
It was really bad.
They were very bad actors, and that maybe did it for me because, and maybe they're supposed to be corny. Like everything in this universe is heightened anyway. But maybe they're supposed to be corny and weird and like eccentric, but like them being eccentric or flamboyant was just like, oh, wouldn't you look at this, la-ti-da-ti-da, and you're just like, what are we doing?
You did that perfect.
Yeah.
Except for then one of them literally tried to mouth rape someone.
Yeah,
it was incredibly weird.
We can just pretend that never happened, honestly.
Yeah, it didn't add anything to the show. I didn't need they were
that didn't add. We didn't need
that didn't add anything to the show.
And I mentioned this, and like having a fully and of course in American movies and American media, they do go between languages a lot of the time, but having something that's fully in Korean 98% of the time, and then all of a sudden just being like
so late in the show in episode 7, they just start speaking English. I was like, wait,
just full English. Yeah,
why are we speaking English?
It was kind of had a whiplash too.
It's emphasizing that white America is the villain here.
Yes, but it also was bad.
It was just so bad.
They were very like, you couldn't have gotten one good at. They were all bad. They were all their line delivery was terrible. Man. And it's like, I don't know if I couldn't do it better, but I know that I can make an impression of how bad they were.
And also the show's so well acted that it really stood out because there's some really great performances in this show. And so getting late in the season and then all of a sudden these stupid fat Americans show up or whatever, maybe they were Europeans. They just show up and they're just like not well acted. It's just like, what is happening? These characters are not fully lived in. I
really do wonder if that was intentional because it stood out like a sore thumb.
It definitely looks like it was supposed to. It's supposed to appear that way.
Yeah,
it's just weird to watch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Mo said something about like white America being the villain or whatever, and that's something that like also I was kind of unimpressed with about this show. Like, I was watching it and I was like, okay, I get it. Like capitalism, bad, inequality. Okay, I felt like kind of like that scene in Candyman. Like that scene in Candyman where he was like, oh, that's so played out. Like black oppression.
That was equally parallel to Candyman's ending. We're like, it's great, except it ended badly. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Candyman and Squid Game.
But yeah, I was like, capitalism kind of played out. We've done that all year long. We got it. But then I got on Twitter and people were like, why are y'all doing think pieces? Not everything is so woke. So I'm like, maybe some people do still need this criticism. Yeah. But me personally, a person who like has read a book before, I was like, I get it. I understand that capitalism is bad.
Have read one book.
I've read one. I've read half a book. And I know.
There's no way you tuned into a show with this concept and didn't think you were going to get some very overly clunky capitalist critiques in this show. What I appreciate is that it really didn't get clunky on the message until later. I thought it was pretty good, and then once you got to like tie it in a bow, it's like, oh, we're just getting very clunky about like the critique that we're making gets extremely clunky at the end. But at least they gave me 7 or 8 episodes where I didn't have to think about what is the message they're trying to send, because it was very obvious, it was very on the nose. But then when they started to like make it a metaphor, I guess towards the end of the show, it just doesn't tie up the right way, and that I hate that part.
When didn't stick the landing at all.
Yeah,
when the show keeps it moving and has, of course, the games, but then the afterwards, like where they're all sitting and thinking about what happened and seeing the money drop, and then having the interplay of people forming their own clans and like going against each other. And then we'll talk about it, but I said that my favorite scene in this whole fucking thing was the lights out scene, and where they're fighting in the dark and stuff. Yeah. That was incredible.
I couldn't see shit. I feel like I was watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything. I was so frustrated.
Actually, you got to turn up your TV, you poor. That's what they told you. Baby. They gaslit the creators of Game of Thrones. Gaslit.
We watched 7 seasons of that show, and then in the middle of the 7th season, they said, "Oh, you guys watched it with your TV wrong." My TV's been on the same settings for all 7 seasons. How can you tell me now that my TV isn't set right?
They're like, y'all selling that 1080p. Y'all got to set that up, baby. Only 4K or 8K.
Y'all been broke for 7 seasons. Get your bread out.
OLED, where you at?
We had a break too. You had time.
You had time to get a better TV.
Oh man. That's so stupid. I forgot about that. Got to put that out of my mind that they just basically called all of us poor.
I could see them fighting in the bunk beds, falling and stuff. Like,
yeah,
they filmed it fine. TJ, get a better TV.
I couldn't see shit.
Tej was high as hell asleep. Like, I didn't see anything.
I didn't see it.
So I think most of it does really well, and I think the messaging is fine. But a lot of people do also have the problem with, oh, we've seen this in media before, in Battle Royale and Hunger Games and everything. Like, yeah, they've been doing this since the dawn of time. It's
a layup concept. It's a layup concept. It's just so compelling.
People fighting against each other in games of chance. They've been doing that for years. Yeah. And people and I saw, shout out to Hank on Twitter. He said, "Oh, it's just like a Fall Guy remake. They just did like, no, come on." Fall Guys. The people that made this show were playing Fall Guys. You're like, you know, fucking what?
I've never actually played Fall Guys or even seen it played. So Hank just kept saying that to me, and I was like, yeah,
bro, I don't know what this means.
For sure, totally.
I don't know who Hank is, but hi, Hank.
Fall Guys is just another game. It's a free to play game on PlayStation or Xbox, and they just compete in matches, and you die, and then you're eliminated, like, from playing the rest of the games. But like, that is also the Hunger Games.
It's everything.
Is also
just games and
games. When you're eliminated, when you're the Yankees, you have to stop playing.
Please, hey guys, please don't do
game is
that.
like that. I feel like I died after I lose a game. So yeah.
Pretty much the same experience. Yeah, pretty much the same.
So that just it just doesn't make any sense to like. I've saw several people on Twitter like, it's just Fall Guy. No,
it's a dumb
not a video game.
We know what it's like. That's why we came in, because we like those other things, and we're gonna like this thing too. That's why we press play.
Yeah. Anyway,
I read somewhere that like the people at Netflix, like everyone's seen that they rejected this or whatever for like a decade or whatever, and eventually the people at Netflix are like, okay, we're gonna do it, but we want Americans to watch it, so we're just gonna add a bunch of bright colors and make it like really pretty. We're gonna put them in like these dope outfits and shit that are really bright and colorful.
Was that their ad? That ad actually did something. That was a good ad.
Yeah, I want to say thank y'all, because I really appreciated that shit. And I fucking killed it.
They was getting some PlayStation fits on. Those fits
for real.
Yeah, they were dressed like PlayStation.
Yeah, no, that's fire.
They were swaggy though.
This Halloween, you'll catch me in the streets.
Same.
Squid Game mask.
They were very swaggy.
They made a perfect show that can get a lot of money on for a long time. They're gonna have the best.
Oh, I swear to God, that's gonna be at every Halloween party.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
it's perfect timing. It's perfect timing. It's a perfect.
Hey, protect yourself from COVID and be relevant culturally. It just works.
You get to do both, bro. Swag. I'm COVID protected and I'm swaggy. How can you not want to wear that costume?
It's fire.
Oh man. Yeah. So we can go down the line, but red light, green light. Of course, he goes and he plays this game, and he meets a guy on the side. He's first of all a gambling addict, terrible dad, and
the worst dad of all time.
very bad dad,
insanely awful dad.
And it's crazy that they don't
make
even bring
that storyline full circle.
No,
I don't
bring it back. They literally don't care about the kid without a dad.
As a writer though, Mo, making that, how interesting is that to you, of making that the guy that we're going to root for like this? I mean, we've had pieces of shit that we're supposed to root for like
you probably
throughout cinema, but like it is funny to start a whole 9-episode arc with being like, hey, you remember the piece of shit dad?
Yeah. Like, I think you just cracked it open, Royden. I remember I said earlier, you didn't take a risk. And my main risk was like, I knew the main characters would stay alive. Now I'm more comfortable going a little further and saying they should have killed him. I would have been like shocked. There would have been some like, I would have been like, oh shit, were they going to take it now? Maybe something with the mom could have happened later. I feel like that's what have made me give it like an A+ because they would have taken a risk. And if the story was fun, because I wasn't invested in that character. Then
who wins? Because you can't have Sang Wook win. That guy, you definitely can't have.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Kang Sub-Yeop could have won because she also started off as a thief, but you can understand why thieves do what they do or pick.
I would have been so okay with her winning.
I'd have been fine.
Right? So okay.
That'd have been dope.
I wanted them to like, because they gave us a lot. Like I was shocked that a lot of people died and the way that they died. They could have killed off the main character, given me some, Red Wedding, Game of Thrones feels. And I'm like, shit, I thought he was gonna win, So I think maybe that's why
that'd have been much better.
And I think I wanted the main character to die because I wasn't that invested in him. I was like,
he sucks.
It's not the same, but it's like when Walter White died at the end of Breaking Bad, you were fine.
Yeah.
You're just like,
no, okay. I hate that comparison, but that's true. But like, we have.
I said it's not the same, but it's just like the main character dies, and you're just like, okay.
I think that what makes it work is because like they're trying to say like these people don't have to be the perfect people for you to like feel sorry for the plight that they're in. Right. And I think it makes a lot of sense to have the guy be very complicated and very much not like everybody wants to go have a beer with this guy kind of dude who's clearly struggling. I think it makes the performance harder to do, but I think it makes the story more rich because once we get to the game, even though we're spending the most time with him, you're not actually rooting. You're rooting for everybody to make it out. That's not going to happen, but you're just like what these people are experiencing is so bad. We don't have a rooting interest in terms of who wins the game. It's just like we're going to see. We know there's 450 people in this game, and we're going to see them all get brutally slaughtered over 9 hours. Like
I just feel like they could have taken a little bit more risk. Like, were y'all not like that? Like I
would have killed him.
That he's going to win. Like I knew that from the beginning. I was like, he's going to win. Yeah. But like, I guess you're going to commit me to how. But then like, I enjoyed seeing people die so much that I was like, kill this motherfucker.
What do you mean you enjoyed seeing people die? What do you mean by that?
Don't isolate that audio. In Squid Game, I enjoyed seeing how they wrote people dying. There was a lot of dialogue. Like I said, I love a fucking monologue before a death, on my Romeo and Juliet type of shit. Like I love seeing what people do and how they behave when the stakes are literally win in chance or die.
We're sending this to your therapist.
I'm with you though. I feel like
as a writer, you have like that's hard to do. Like, come on, guys. The entire time these people are gonna die. Right. The only thing that I can commit you to is how they're gonna die. These people are about to fucking die.
Yeah. I wish he would have died. I feel like it would have been so much better.
That would have been a much better ending. I would have loved that. I would have loved that.
I think I do. I said, it's interesting that we have to root for this character, and yeah, you're right, TJ. It's more complicated because all these people are going through something, and sometimes they're not good people. So it's like and obviously they're in the situation that they're in, not out of their own choice. They don't want to be poor or anything. Just something has happened that it's complicated, and so it makes their life complicated. His progression, I will say, the actor from going to this sort of hopeful, he still has a good heart at the end of the day, but like going from like hopeful to about that.
Me too.
I do say as an actor, I think he did a really good job.
I think
I
he
thought
crushed
it-
the performance.
I
he was great.
thought his arc that you could visibly see like on his face and everything else. Now he did play kind of down at the very end, like way too much, where he's like, I'm depressed now. And
And that's a part of it, right? Like deadbeat dad that clearly is a gambler, an addict, and all that kind of stuff. Like they tried at the end. I was going to ask you guys, did y'all feel like they tried at the end to make you committed? Because he did not end up being happy. So if they had us root for him, so we wanted him to win, but then he didn't win because he was a deadbeat dad, and like you're never going to be happy with money. Did y'all feel like that maybe made you feel a little?
I hated that.
I hated it.
I thought it was so
Okay,
stupid.
see. So yeah,
I'm spending that money. I did not get out of this to not
Right.
spend this money.
So I think the criticism, like they should have killed him, because
Yeah,
otherwise
it's like-
you got me committed to this, like you said, Roy, and you got me committed to this character. I'm not super committed. I'm committed because of the actor, but like, do I want this guy to actually win $45.6 million?
Yeah, him being depressed because he got home and won all this money and he found his mom dead. I get it, right? But it's also like we did this whole journey because you wanted to see your daughter. You want to be a part of your daughter's life. You want to
I
be
didn't
that.
do that.
And
That's
we're
why
just
you
not
went
doing that
back into the
anymore.
game in episode 2.
Yeah, and we're just not gonna do that anymore. We're just done with that. That's over.
We're just done with that. Yeah,
Fuck her. She sucks. My mom died. I don't need my kid now.
Right.
I had a
If
similar
anything, that would
problem.
drive you to your kid even more.
You should go see your fucking kid. You've been depressed for a year. You haven't seen your kid. You just got all this money and you're just sitting in Korea while your kid's in LA. Like, what's
For a
Literally,
whole
can
fucking
we be
year.
for a year? Like, what are we
You
doing?
fucking lucked your way through Squid Game. Like that's clear. They tried to eliminate as much of that as possible. Like you got lucky every fucking game, bro. There's no strategy, no talent. You just got lucky. Like,
And then
fuck
you're not gonna go see your
not
daughter.
even gonna go see your daughter. I don't. Kong Sabyuk should have won. I'm sorry, she should have won.
I had a problem with what they ultimately do with the Sang-woo character. I think they did a great
Yes.
job. Like Mo was saying earlier, you have a very obvious, very two-dimensional villain. This guy just sucks. He's an awful person. He's gonna fuck whoever he wants. He's gonna kill whoever he wants. He's just a horrible person. And you have that person as your quote unquote villain. You realize in the Glass episode, not only is he about to die 2 episodes before the ending, but also we're gonna have this other character get her redeeming moment who he has wronged her. She gets her redeeming moment, which is great. The whole Glass game was just great, but she gets her moment. And then now we realize the real villain all along has been his ops on his team the whole time. This guy who's his childhood friend, and this is his real ops, and he has not seen it. He has a blind spot to this guy. He hasn't seen that this guy is awful. We know he's awful because we saw him on a fucking killing spree, but the main character doesn't know yet. And I really like how they kind of hide him behind that quote unquote villain. They kind of hide him, and now he gets to step out of the sunlight and be the real villain. But then again, I say that to say I hate how the last scene ends because I don't think that character kills himself. If you go through that length to get home, you're just like, I had to come to my family. I will do anything. I will hurt anybody. I will say anything. I'm ruthless. I got to get home. That's my only job. It's the only thing I'm focused on. I don't know why when you finally see the clouds and you see this guy's about to let you out of the game so I can just vote, get out of the game, and then go home to see my family. He kills himself? That doesn't make sense. Why did we just go on this journey with this character if when he finally achieved the thing he was trying to achieve, although not in the way he thought he was going to achieve it, he kills himself?
Threw it away.
I don't understand that at all.
I hated it.
I mean, he had his ass beat. I would want just let me go.
Yeah, you took an ass whooping, but my favorite UFC fighters don't kill themselves when they lose. They get
What if they?
back in the lab. You get back in the lab, bro.
What if that was the UFC? Like Dana was like, I ain't paying you shit. You gotta
Die
go.
with honor, bitch. Kill yourself right here. Hari Kari, let's go. But I hated that just because, like, you watch this entire show, right? And the main character, I don't remember his name. I'm not even gonna pretend that I do.
Player 456.
Player 456, main guy. He's kind of a good guy or whatever. Right? Sure. Main guy. He's kind of a good guy, right? He's trying to protect people, like, and trying to keep everybody alive and whatever, all throughout the show, right? But then you get to episode 6, the Marble Show, and he's about to take advantage of this old man and kill him. Like, that's his plan. That's what he's decided to do. Like,
we can't leave that part out and saying he's a good person.
Yeah.
He literally was going to take advantage of this old man He has a brain tumor anyway. I'm getting up out of here. I'm taking advantage of this old man.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it. This is what's got to be done. I want to win. I got to kill this old man.
I loved all of that.
I'm okay with it too. Like if that's where we're at. That's what you got to do to survive.
If that's what you got to do to survive, that's what you got to do. And also, that's who he is.
But the problem is, you get to the end of the show, and he's like, "No, I can't kill you."
Now he has morals.
Yeah, like we can get out of this game together.
Now that pissed me off. I wasn't mad that they killed the guy. I was mad that the decision before was him not killing him.
Yeah, I hated that.
And he killed homegirl. No, stab his ass, bro. Why are you letting him live? He just
stab his ass.
Stab his ass.
I hope that we isolate some audio here because you hear what they're saying.
Pause that, by the way. Pause that. Thank you so much.
But yeah, it just felt like such a weird, unearned character moment to just be like, I can never kill my friend. I have to just get out of this game. We can do this together. We can leave. Nah, fam, you would have killed this man.
No, I'm getting back in blood, fam. Yeah, I'm getting back in blood right now.
You killed Cool Girl in front of me.
Both of you had beaten the fuck out of each other. So like, we're gonna walk away from this with nothing,
right?
Also, why did he think that he could trust this guy in real life? This guy has gone through great lengths to stab you in the back and kill all your friends in this game. He is a horrible person. You saw him jump ahead of the glass and just throw somebody into the glass. Like, no, you're gonna go right now. I'm just gonna throw him into it. Like,
and then 15 minutes later, he stabs your friend.
Yes, and then you're just gonna let him. Like, you think that y'all can go be back to being friends in real life? There's no more childhood. This guy killed your friends and is trying to murder you. You're not gonna be friends with him in real life. And you got all that money. He gonna rob you. He gonna be broke. And you're just gonna be rich as fuck, and I'm gonna be broke and live next door to you.
I would have been dancing on that squid's head. You hear me?
Yes. Hey. Get the fuck out of here. We're done.
That wasn't a squid head.
Don't isolate that either.
I have seen 400 people die, like just get shot every single day for the last month. Yeah, I'm not about to sit here and like just shake on it and be like, no hard feelings, bro. Like, nah.
No, I'm stomping on that squid's head. Shoot him.
You're done.
Shoot him right now.
Shoot him right now. Shoot him.
His ass. Shoot his ass.
This is gonna be the first death I see that I'm gonna be happy about. I've been waiting for this death. Please shoot him, guys. Thank you.
The villain's death was the outward villain's death was good too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Snake Face.
That was amazing.
Snake Face died.
Okay.
I hated that tattoo, but
when she
loved that character.
Oh my god, that tattoo was hideous. Okay, when she screamed that his dick was little, that was.
That was
for us. That was
that was for the women watching because we did not need
it though.
He's about to die. We didn't need to. You got to slander his dick. You're about to kill him. You're gonna get it back.
Actually, it made me more sad because my girl could have had better dick before she died.
That was the last dick she ever had.
That's the last thing. Like I was like, you did. This
I gotta tell you, I hated that woman.
Oh come on.
She was so great.
Great acting.
She was amazing.
Great performance.
And that's probably why, because I was so annoyed by her.
She was going for it with every scene. She was going 100 miles an hour with her performance. She was yelling at people. She was so insecure, but also had confidence. I really liked her.
Yes. Come on. I love her. She was awful, but I love her.
That's why she was messy. Like I was like,
she was calling him babe. I said, "Go ahead, work it. You gotta work that shit."
Okay, I want to talk about that. The subtleness of her, the guy getting excited that he called her babe, and like, and then she calls everybody babe after that. I was like,
yes,
I like that. I like that because it made her look stupid at first. I was like, damn, she fall in love with this guy. What a dummy! But she was being manipulative, and I was like, okay, this is
that episode where like. They all play the game without her. She's like the odd woman out, and then they come back and they see her in the barracks. Just like, what up, bitches?
Laughing. It's perfect. Perfect performance. That was my.
She's like, damn. It sounds like I had a hard time out there.
Man, that sucks. That seems traumatizing. Couldn't be though.
Right.
When they were taking her away, and she's trying to get somebody to join her team at the last minute, and she just starts slandering all the other players. This guy sucks. That nigga's ugly. Like, you shouldn't rock with him. You shouldn't rock with him. You should rock with me. I love it.
His breast stinks. His dick is little. Like, damn.
He said, don't trust this jerk. Don't trust this jerk. I'm like, get your bars off, bro. You have to live. Yeah. Get your bars off.
But I love that. We've been slandering it a lot. Well, we've been saying things that we've been criticizing, but I really like that they made her live. That was important to me because we know that she didn't have a partner because of the other guy, the doctor, being killed.
Yeah.
shit he did, which we have to talk about.
I forgot about that doctor story.
Well, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down the list here. The second episode, we've gone back and forth in this, but so it doesn't really matter. But the second episode, I didn't like. You almost didn't need it because they leave and then come back. So it's just like it furthers maybe the storyline a little bit of like how desperate I guess these people actually maybe feel like they are to go back into. And the episode's called Hell. So like to go back into where like I'd rather take my chances dying than
being
like be poor
I think
again.
That's why you need it. Is like to just show how desperate these situations really are.
They need it because at the end too, you need to drive home because they kept saying, "You're not here of your, we didn't force you.
We didn't do this to you. You came back to this.
You came back. Like not only is the first time we kind of tricked you, but the second time."
Oh wait, there's no kind of. Please don't say.
No, I'm saying from their perspective because this is what I'm talking about with the doctor storyline. The equality shit. I was like, this is not equal at all. But okay, but yeah, they're like, okay, we tricked you into the first game, maybe even though you came, but we tricked you. But the second time you come back, like you wanted to come back.
Yeah, you wanted
to
come back.
Now about this whole thing, if there was ever going to be like any remorse, it's like, nah, you 187 people, you wanted to come back.
Yeah.
What about the first 100? They didn't get no choice. They got murdered before they realized the stakes of the game they were playing. Like
it was way more than 100.
They kill everyone in that. Like they killed so many people.
It was like 280, almost 300 people.
I was genuinely like I was genuinely shocked. I was like, how many they're gonna keep. They're gonna keep go. Okay, all right.
Do y'all think the VIPs?
I don't think. Go ahead.
Do y'all think the VIPs watch the red light, green light game? They just don't introduce them until later, or do they start watching these games at game 5?
No, I think you get a little precursor, like a little tasting menu to see before you start betting.
It seems like if I'm going to pay the money for the Squid Games League Pass, I don't want to just watch games 5 and 6 because game 1 was great. I want that game too.
No, you get preseason, regular season, you get the whole thing.
Got it. Okay.
Like you probably even get the train game where they're like playing to like introduce to see if you want to like start betting on these people.
It's like watching The Voice. The blind auditions is in the subway.
They're seeing those. They're like clicking on those. Like, oh shit, this guy got slapped hard.
They're like, oh man, I love Cool Girl. She's great. She's gonna go far this season. Book it.
In Squid Game.
Wait, do you think you get like live betting? Do you think you get like a redo? Like if your guy goes down and like hold on, like we need some do-overs, or do you think they start like dating?
If your person loses in red light, green light, you should be able to get a pass because the odds have to be great because everybody's gonna die on red light, green light. That game is literally set up so we gotta wipe off like 2/3 of y'all gotta die right now.
That shit looked like y'all remember that old mission in I think it was Modern Warfare 2 where you just go through the airport just mowing people down. It looked like that shit. It was fucking insane.
We are fundamentally less good people by talking about this show.
They let
I'm listening to y'all talk about Squid Game League Pass. We aren't good people. Well, I mean, we still are, but like we're significantly less good than we were before we watched this.
I need to know if 456 is going to have a Spurs type dynasty,
or
if they're about to be the Dallas Mavericks. I need to know.
With the red hair, like Michael Jordan with the 4 or 5. He's like, I'm coming back for more championships, baby. I'm going back in.
So I got a question. So since old man didn't really die in the marble game, if you had him in your parlay, can you still win?
That's a great question. We got to reverse that. I lost the bet. Like, come on, what's happening?
Oh my God.
Old man made it to the end. He was the second to last person to die.
Yeah.
I could have got better odds.
Oh my God. Can you imagine betting on people's lives? I
also say what's her the girl at the end, Sabia? Sabiak? Yeah, like she died like she twisted her ankle like or playing basketball like a pitcher in the offseason. Like how's that betting work? That's not fair.
So much better.
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't fair.
And then
she basically
insurance
died. She basically died in the locker room during the celebration when they won the wild card. She basically died like while Jay was drinking the champagne before the World Series. Like what does that do to the Lions?
Yeah, it really changes the betting perspective.
You bet on her in the Triple Clown, but she had to get put down after the Kentucky Derby.
Do I get my money back?
Y'all are really aligned with the VIPs in this. Y'all are really concerned with how fair is this game to the VIPs?
Okay, if we can take the morals out of it for a second, how compelling would it be to watch something like that Glass game? That was incredible to watch. Amazing. It was so much. You have so many decisions that everybody has to be making at the same time.
I fucking love that game.
You got to think about yourself, but also every person in front of you that fails is giving you very valuable information for you. So you don't have an incentive to rush them, but they have an incentive to go slow. It's just like, but the glass keeper dude didn't say anything until he got to the end. Why? Well, he should have spoke up when he was way back there. So it's just like really cool to see everybody kind of have to make these decisions on the fly. But
they really were airtight with like their stakes. Like, you really like you could have conversations in each of these games of like, what are you going to do? Like, what would you do? Like the Glass game was really like, there's really like no good choice. You understand this person why they stopped. You understand this person why they went and pushed them. You understand why this person is taking their time. You understand why this person is rushing. Like, I understood every side. I was like, shit, I don't know.
Well, and then the woman just deciding to just take out both of them, but kill herself at the same time. And you're like, why? You didn't have to.
She was gonna die anyway.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she
that
was.
She was.
She was going.
The 50-50 chance to 8 spots. She was gonna die at least at one point.
She was gonna die.
I'm taking you with me.
I'm taking you with me, bitch.
That's fair.
I told you I was gonna kill you.
I forget that they were halfway across.
It's 50-50,
that they still had
yeah, it's 50-50, and they had like 8 more 50-50 decisions to make.
The thing that I was thinking about when she did that was like, what if that one was the one that you could stand on? So now you're just laying there, like,
ding, like, oh no,
this is awkward. This is so awkward.
They could have done that.
Oh well, so
that's awkward.
how about those Cowboys?
Run it back.
That villain story would have been flipped around right there because he would have been like, oh shit.
Yeah. I did like in that, we're skipping all the way to the end, but I did like in the bridge scene though, when he's last and all of a sudden he forgets which one is left and which one is right. And she's like, just go to the left. Like he forgets.
I thought
that was really funny. I was like,
you gotta be locked in, bro. You're not paying attention. Why? He's not. How do you forget that?
He was like, get yourself together, bro. Like,
you've seen people do this.
My girl should have won.
You have the biggest advantage of anybody here, and you're about to go about bad on the first step. You have the advantage.
I was personally yelling at the screen as I was like, left, bro. Yeah.
Why did he think that going first might be the good option? He must not watch a lot of reality TV shows because
never go first.
Always the bad idea.
In any game.
Even had that dialogue. I was like, no, never go first. You literally never go first.
Never go first.
If you can avoid it, never go first.
Never, especially in Squid Game. Are you kidding me?
No.
Also, that dude being like, I want my chance to not be a coward. I want to go first. And then like he gets
immediately regretting his decision.
But if you're the villain, you do exactly what he did. Everybody else should have done that too. Just because they told us there's an order, we're in hell. There is no. What are the consequences of me not going first?
That was good dialogue.
I die. I was gonna die anyway. I'm not gonna go by the order. Fuck this order. You go. If you want to go.
That's very like 7th grade, like, or like middle school children. Do it. No. Why? I don't want to.
You scared? You can do it first.
I have no incentive to go in the order that I've been assigned to. I literally have no incentive. There's nothing you can do to punish me. What are you gonna do? Beat me up? I'm going to die. Like
we're standing on glass. We're standing on glass, bro.
Glass rigged with bombs.
Beat my ass then. Beat my ass then.
We both gonna die.
As it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the games that were the best, but what of the rank the games how you like it, how they played on screen, what you actually thought about them. In terms of entertaining on the screen. So Mo,
great question.
Let's go first.
Dex,
we have okay. Well, let's Dex.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
I'll go next.
Sure. So we have red light, green light. We have the honeycomb. We have
tug of war.
We have marbles. We have the bridge, and then we have the final Squid Game. Actually, do we even want to count that?
That's going 6 on everybody's list. That game stinks.
Squid Game is a UFC fight now that I
yes, and much respect to the UFC, but that shit was a trash way to end it.
All right, Dex, go.
So I think top of the list is we're talking about like ranking how they went on the screen. Like
Yeah, like how it played out like
Not your
on
favorite
television,
game
not your
to play.
favorite. That,
You
that
Not your favorite. Yes, because you have to
Not the
factor
game you
in.
think you'd win.
Yes, exactly.
Because like the most like entertaining game to watch was Red Light, Green Light, but Marbles was a better episode because of the stakes. So like I don't know how to rank those two, but those would be the top two, even though the Marbles game is kind of stupid. But so Red Light, Green Light, and Marbles, and then I didn't really like the Honeycomb at all, so I probably have that one fifth, and then the Bridge would be third. Fourth is what's the other one? What's the
Tug
last
of
one?
war.
Tug of
Tug of
war.
War.
Tug of
Yeah,
War
Tug of War would be fourth. So give me Red Light, Green Light, Marbles, Bridge, Tug of War, Honeycomb, Squid Game.
Good list. Good list.
Mo.
All
I
right,
think these are all going to be pretty relatively close. I think it's just going to be a between two or three.
So I'm with you, Dex, on like Red Light / Marbles. I'm gonna give it to Red Light because that was the first thing we saw. We were all super fucked up after that. Like 280 people died in a 8-minute span of a TV show. We've never seen that before. So I'm gonna go Red Light, Green Light, Bridge, Marbles, Tug of War, Honeycomb, Squid Game.
That's mine.
Perfect.
I have mine is like Dex's, except for I'm putting Marble at the top by itself, and then Red Light, Green Light, and then I'm putting Glass third, and then I'm putting Tug of War fourth. So I switched those from Dex's list, but then the rest is the same.
And I really like Tug of War. I don't like.
Yes, me too. I loved it.
Like the Tug of War episode. I really, really, really enjoyed it.
It was so good
Same.
that they ended it on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it was great.
That
It
was
ended
No
an
pun,
episode.
no pun
That was
intended.
so stupid to me.
No pun intended.
That just speaks to all the other ones being so great too. But
You didn't like the cliffhanger on the Tug of War?
No, I was like, that's fucking stupid. Like it's Netflix.
like it.
Like it's one. I like cliffhangers when it's like, you know, a week to week thing. You actually have to have some anticipation build or whatever. But like this is a Netflix show. Like I'm just gonna see how this resolves right now. Like you don't have to.
But they
you
might
have to
not have
be-
known when they filmed it what the distribution was going to be like, or whether it was
That's
going to
fair.
be. I liked it. I love a good cliffhanger, even though I'm only hanging on the cliff for 15 seconds.
And also,
I love
like
a
Mo
cliffhanger.
said, you know the main character's not gonna die. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I could not get that out of my head. Like that was, I knew it. So it isolated the way I could enjoy the show. It's like, okay, how is he going to survive?
Some other things within this show. The doctor storyline made absolutely no sense.
Boo! I hate
pointless.
that storyline.
Was very pointless. It just gave more for the cop to do,
I hate it.
which I ended up liking the cop storyline because it's tense the entire time. Like, also, but how does he know like where to go and what to do? And like,
He would've gotten
they
caught
never
with it.
explain that. They never explain that. He's
if
kind of
he
just
asks-
walking around.
If he asks one more person an obvious question that he should know, and then the person responds, it's like, wait, why are you asking that? You should already
Yeah.
know that. If I was like, if this happens again, I'm out on this storyline, because how many
That's-
times is he going to have those experiences where he asks a dumbass question, somebody goes, why are you asking that? You're supposed to know that already. And then everybody just acting like everything's normal.
Speaking of, how much are they playing the PlayStation Mask, guys?
Yeah.
Great question. That is in because what we don't even know why they're here. Why
I thought we were
why
going
is
to
it?
learn some
How
more
did they?
about the
How did you get
PlayStation
them to commit to
mascot.
this?
Yeah. Who?
How did? There's no way. There would have been an uprising if I was one of the PlayStation people. There would have been an uprising. Episode 3. I'm like, guys, we're banding together. We're gonna get these people out of here. We're gonna get this money. We're gonna kill the masked one or the front man.
Unless they must be making
They must be
incredible amounts of money.
Incredible amounts of money because what? How did you get 100 people to put on masks and kill and incinerate people? That's all they do every day is
Was this
watch
like a-
people kill them and then incinerate them.
Yeah,
Is
like
this a
are they down
monsters.com
bad,
kind of thing?
or-
How did they get this job posting?
Yeah, there's
Indeed.
on Indeed.
Well,
Indeed.
I say that to say like the doctor storyline didn't make sense to me. I'm like, no, this wouldn't have gone this way. Somebody
Yeah,
would
the doctor storyline doesn't make sense.
I don't like it.
The cop storyline doesn't tell us anything, which is what like pisses me off about it. It would have been great if it was like, okay, this is the tool we use to reveal all this extra stuff about the PlayStation Mask guy. So now we like know more about this world or whatever. But we don't even do that. It just happens and it's over.
Y'all are mad about the old guy. I'm mad about the fucking brother. His dialogue or his monologue in the limousine. He was like,
Yeah.
you'd never know. It's by chance. And you never know who's behind the mask. What? You didn't tell us anything.
Stupid.
Well, don't you hate the? You want to talk about the equality thing? How he said that, like,
Oh, That's what the doctor
basic
storyline
premise
is
of this
about.
game is equality.
Guys, they killed the doctor and the 2 PlayStation Mask guys because of they ruined the integrity of the game, which is the point that every player gets an equal chance. Bullshit. That was like fundamentally not true. There was no equality in that game. You watched the villain, the main villain with the snake on his, kill numerous people, and he faced no repercussions. So no, this is not equal.
Yeah, not
bullshit.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
And also, half the people in this game did not know the stakes of the game before they died. They were
Exactly.
all at a disadvantage because they thought they were playing a children's game.
In red light, green light, you could stand behind someone. The doctor had an advantage. Then the other, what's the other guy that Sung Woo had an advantage. The guy's best friend. Mm-hmm. He was finding out stuff. Like, no, there was no equality in this. So I don't know.
No, I will say the equality in if you didn't want to die, you shouldn't have got killed. That's equal. That's equality.
They literally
be better is basically what they were saying.
The equality is
bullshit,
bitches die every day.
They purposely gave less amounts of food to encourage the fucking rioting. That's not equal.
I had an issue with the numbers at the end for the same reason. If we're going to allow them to kill themselves, like in the locker room,
or kill each other
in the locker room, how do we guarantee that we're going to have a winner when you're left with 3 people and you literally give them steak knives? How can you, if the whole thing is that the VIPs want to watch the Super Bowl, how can you let the 2 starting quarterbacks have knives to kill each other and then you don't get the Super Bowl? How could they protect against that if they just give them the knives? It obviously played out that there only ended up being 2 people left. But what if 2 people died that night? Is he just a winner and then we don't get to see the Super Bowl? We want to watch the Super Bowl.
They tried to cover that by because the dude did try to kill Sung-woo in the end and they stopped him. So they kind of tried to preserve it, but they let that shit run a little too easy. Like, this game was not equal. You can kill someone in their sleep when it's time to go to bed and lights out. You can kill whoever you want. That's not a part of the game.
The end of the show just didn't work for me on just any level.
It didn't piss me off. The end didn't.
There's a lot of people we haven't talked about yet, like my man with the 5 fingers, or like the 7 fingers total, whatever his name is, from Pakistan. Love that guy.
Ali.
Hate how he went it out.
God.
Yeah, R.I.P. to my guy, but big dummy.
Why would he
dummy.
fall for that? Why would he? Ali, bro, come on.
That was the easiest scam, and like, it was like, what are we even talking about? Because it was so convoluted, his decision making, that they could get it. Not one person has been able to get out of these games like alive when we've competed against each other. What are we talking about?
Yeah, why do you think that I'm going to let you guess that they're going to combine the teams that don't finish the game?
That's literally never happened.
Everything that we see in this game shows that when that clock goes off, everybody who doesn't have 20 marbles is getting shot.
You get
period. I'm not about to negotiate with you. You're like, I have to move forward in the game. I'm sorry, bro.
Look, I have gone many a sleepless with not a lot of food nights. I guarantee you people not scamming me like that still.
Because like the scam was the dumbest shit ever. Like,
I can be delirious as fuck. I need food, water. I'll be like, no, let's just play marbles, bro.
This man, like even after you fall for the scam, right? Even after you're like, okay, we're gonna be a team, whatever. Like Sung-woo was like, you're gonna have a hard time carrying this bag of 19 marbles. Let me help you with that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And then you go bullshit.
It's not even a pound. I'm good, bro.
I guess the bag was thick, but like, remember they shook it to make it sound like marbles. But I know what marbles feel like, bro.
Yes,
they don't
have
jagged motherfucker. Edges. This is rocks.
These are rocks.
Are there rocks in this bag?
I would have been like, are these rocks?
Yeah.
Let's play marbles right now. Like, there were so many times where I could have gotten out of that scam. I would have gotten out of that scam quickly.
I just can't believe my guy went out like that. I loved him, but what a fucking idiot. Oh my
that was poorly. That was the only poorly written thing I feel like in that episode, because I was just like, who would fall for this? Like, what? I was so stuck. I was baffled. I was just like, Ali.
Or like, even if you
it hurt me.
What are you doing, man?
Just like save this man, put your bag of marbles under his jacket.
Like, did y'all
gotta have some awareness, bro?
Did y'all feel like they built him up as a dumb character?
No, I didn't think that.
I mean, kind of. Because like
not as
Not that
dumb,
dumb.
not more dumb or
only
not more or
time-
less dumb than anyone else.
only in that earlier episode where the doctor that was his partner said, like, I need someone dumb and strong on my team. Like, in as much words, he said that. But that was the only introduction.
That's not what he said, but that's what he was saying. But I
It
don't
was
think
what he was
Ali
saying. Yeah, he
understood
didn't
it
say it
that
like
way.
that. But yeah, he was just like, I have the smarts. I need someone strong. It was like,
Well,
you're more strong than you are.
I felt like they made the main character more dumb than they made Ali.
Right? Thank you. The main character literally lucked his way through Squid Game. Completely.
I think they made the main character reckless, but
You can't
like,
say he lucked his way through a fist fight, though. That's not luck. He put them paws on that dude.
he put the balls on that dude.
Not you finding a
That's
way
not
to
luck.
redeem him.
Yeah, don't take my man's W away from him. Now he got the W, bro.
Knife through his hand and everything. Still beat that man's ass.
Don't take my man credit away.
But yeah, Ali, like
He
he just seems like an idiot. You know, we all know those kind of like
He's a fucking
himbos.
idiot. And how often do we root for
Himbo.
idiots in shows? I'm not rooting for an idiot.
That's a good point. That's a
But
good
him
point.
just being like, oh, you know, I'm here now at the gas station. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, someone help me, please.
Someone,
Wow.
right.
And Songwood just being like, man, here you go, you dumbass. Just like get on the bus. Just go somewhere for the love
Right.
of God.
Yeah,
They make
the
him
only
seem
way-
kind of dumb.
The only way I root for him is because he goes to see his daughter, and then you don't let him go see his daughter. And I'm like, well,
I will say the only scene that like really fucked me up from like a gore standpoint was when that guy's like hand gets like chopped. Like,
Oh,
Like-
like
in
into
the-
the grinder
into
or
the-
whatever.
yeah.
it is.
yeah, I was like, ah.
The press and it gets
so-
flattened.
so
Uncomfy.
headshot snipes don't bother Dex. It's hands. Got it.
It was
Yes.
the hands. I wasn't prepared. You've been seeing people get shot this entire show. And then the hands thing, I was like, I was not ready for this. This is not a part of
Yeah.
what
You know
we did
what?
earlier.
You bring up a good point because the hand feels like torture. Like that person might not
Yeah.
be dead or they might die of like shock, but like this whole game, like they didn't get tortured too much. Like you fuck up, you're dead.
Yeah, you're
You're
dead.
dead. You're done.
You're dead.
Headshot.
Like
There
it-
wasn't-
There was literally a zombie in this game. Somebody had to be alive for longer than a couple minutes if
True.
someone described him as a zombie. And that dude whose hand got that happened to his hand,
Yeah.
he deserved that. That guy sucked. Fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
it did suck. Fuck that
I
guy.
will say, and we're moving on to the Marvel episode. We talked about the Marvel episode a lot, and it's
Yes.
very good writing, but it's very tense too. But RIP, like no RIP to Cool Girl, like shame on them for splitting up our lesbian couple. Like
Yeah.
why?
I
What
want
do we
a cool
call
girl.
Cool
Why?
Girl's girlfriend? Cool Girl's girlfriend was the greatest character in the show.
Pickpocket.
No, I thought Pickpocket is Cool Girl.
No, I was talking about the girl who died for pickpocket at school.
Wait, who are y'all calling
Got
Cool
it.
Girl? I need to know who
Cool
y'all
Girl is the girl who dropped her marble.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Cool
then-
Girl, justice for Cool Girl.
Then Kong
I love
Song
her.
is the pickpocketer. It's Cool Girl and
Yes,
pickpocket.
yes.
Cool
Yes.
girl and pickpocket.
RIP to our lesbian couple. They needed more representation.
As soon as they came on screen, literally in their first scene together, because we hadn't seen Cool Girl yet. As soon as we saw them together, they had their first little conversation about why they should be partners. I was like, I'm into this. I love this team. I'm glad that we met a new character that we can bring onto the squad. I
Like,
love
all
her.
of a
We all
sudden,
gotta
she doesn't
survive.
show up. Yeah, she's like not even
She just-
seen.
She just like pops up. We haven't seen her yet. I'm like, I love this character. I like their kind of buddy cop movie / lesbian lover vibe. I'm into them. And then immediately they tell you, oh, they're not teammates. They're actually going to be playing against each other, and one of them's got to die. And I was like,
Oh, what a
Why you
beautiful
tugged
episode.
at my heartstrings.
That's wild.
Her,
Like, you
her
guys,
backstory, like, got me.
Oh my God, it was so well done. I was like, oh no, I would absolutely go with my best friend into that game and I'd have to kill my best friend. Oh no.
Mhm. That guy had to kill his wife. That's fucking wild.
Nah, man, that's
The
That dude going out big sad after he killed his wife. I was
the
just, come
best,
on,
the best
bro.
position to be in is the crazy girl that went back and didn't have a partner. I would have tried my best to not have a partner. Ugh. If
swear to
that-
God, pick me, please. The pick me girl didn't get picked. Who would have thought?
That just having that scene set up, it felt like watching that episode felt like watching a stage play, which is, of course, it feels that way even more because they're literally on like a set, right?
yeah.
They're like, because of the way that it's set up, but like just kind of going around in this circle, hearing different interactions with different people and how they're playing the game and how they approach their impending death. It's basically a coin flip of their death. And it's just like absolutely amazing how the different games that people picked and the relationships that were kind of forged, and also playing on the relationships that we've already seen. These people are partners. Now we see the old man having this incredible scene with our main character, which really sucks now because the old man was a bad guy the whole time. But at the time, we didn't know he was a bad guy. And so you really feel, because you know the old man's going to die here, you really feel for this. But also our main character is losing, but you know he's not going to die. And what would you do if you're in that situation? This old man who's been nothing but nice to me is the only thing that stands between me and living.
Like, getting hype, boy.
Yeah, I gotta cheat the old man. I'm sorry, old man. You gotta stay in your piece of cues. It's not my fault, bro. I gotta get you out of here, old man. I'm sorry.
I am built different. So I wouldn't have been getting cooked by this old man in this game in the first place. Me personally.
Golly, man. He couldn't.
You getting sniped,
my main character couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. He wasn't like.
Let's think about it though. Like, you couldn't resort to violence. I don't need to be violent to take this man's marbles from him.
I don't.
Naturally,
thank you, sir.
No, I'm sane, and he's not. Hey, can you hand me those, bro? Thank you, I appreciate that. Like, I'm getting this old man out of here. The old man is not gonna beat me at this game.
I just need to count how many you have. Thank you. Bye.
I just want to make sure our marbles.
Let me make sure you got all 10.
Let me weigh them up real quick. Like, give me yours, and I'm
getting you out of here, old man.
And quickly. That would have been if I would have written. If I would have been
also.
The first one done.
But I would have hugged him first because I love the old man. I would have hugged him first, but now you got to go, bro. I'm sorry.
Don't hug me if you're trying to trick me, bro.
Yeah. I'm going to hug you. I appreciate you. I love you, but it's always either you or me, bro.
Don't touch me.
Snake Face and Fat Guy changing the rules all of a sudden. Fuck that. No, thank you.
Why would Fat Guy go for that?
No, what are we doing? They're like, he goes to the teacher like he hadn't been in ISS this entire time and is just like, teacher, can't we change the rules? You said we could. And they were like, yeah. Why would you agree to that? No, bitch.
No.
That guy has to be degenerative gambler. Why would you accept those odds? Now it's all or nothing? You were up 19-1. Why would you want to do all or nothing? You have nothing to gain from this.
Incredible writing. It was incredible.
What are you doing, fat guy? What are you doing?
It was like watching Harry Potter and just being like, why does the golden snitch exist? Like, why would you make that a rule? why would you allow this game to play out?
There's just it's like in the NBA, there's just an 83-point shot.
Yes. We watched this whole game in the score of 70-72, and then someone hits a 100-point shot, and the game is immediately over. Like, why do we have that 100-point shot? I like it better without it.
What? You just got one dude standing up in the rafters just throwing a basketball at like
that snitch rule was the worst thing. I love Harry Potter. That makes no sense. The game is happening up here. This is not even a part of the game.
This separate activity.
It gave you girls cinema. It gave you girls atmosphere in cinema. Are you kidding me?
This is a separate game. This is not even soccer anymore.
Seeing him on that Nimbus going through the universe, that looked good. That's why the snitch is there. It looked good.
It did look good, but then all of a sudden, you know, like the bludgers and all the people that are out there is like, hey, we're playing down here. Stop watching what's going on.
Watch us. The game is happening up here, bro. Nobody cares about that other game. Imagine if you were watching a soccer game, Mo, and somebody had to hit a hockey puck with a stick to end the soccer game. That doesn't make any sense.
We're going to play cricket over here. What?
Yeah, we just 1v1 bro. Over here.
Harry Potter was a useless player. The team was playing up there, and Harry Potter was
okay. And that's a bigger metaphor for the fucking show. That boy was useless the whole time. That's a whole different podcast. Sorry.
Also, he's playing with like OP equipment. Like, come on now.
Come on.
Like all of a sudden, he's like rich and like gets all this like all the good brooms. Like, what are we talking about? Right. But all that to the Harry Potter rant to say, why did dude just say, yeah, I'll agree to these terms?
Yeah,
no,
switch up the rule.
Bottom 5 decision making of all time. That makes no sense.
I have to ask though, if y'all are in that position, are y'all at least trying to scam people?
Yeah. Yeah,
bro,
absolutely.
What are you saying? Hell yes, I'm getting my bars off.
I ain't trying to die, bro.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you think you're good at a game, then you could suggest the game and it'd be a fair chance. But I feel like
we can't be 18. We can't be 19 marbles deep.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden
you might be able to convince me to switch the game, but not when I'm up. I'm up by 35 in the second half. We can't change the game.
Yeah, I'm up 19-1. You're out of here, buddy. Sorry.
Sorry, bro.
Whatever.
You better bet me that one marble.
You gotta ask me at like 6 marbles if you want me to switch.
Yes. I gotta have a little advantage, but not a big one.
All right, so it's 10, 8, whatever. It's 10, 10, whatever.
Yes.
11, 9, fine. All right.
Yeah.
19-1. No, thank you.
But yeah, the marbles.
But then what are you
episode-
doing? Because you can't resort to violence. Are you just gonna argue?
That guy was Atlanta in the Super Bowl. He blew
28-3
lead.
Did, but like, what are you gonna do? Because you're gonna sit there and argue with the person? Because that would be my tactic. You gonna argue with me? Or you just gonna do what I do? Because we argue, we both about to be dead.
I would rather us both be dead than just me be dead.
Snakeface isn't willing to bet on
I
that.
got one marble left.
I'd rather us both
one
be dead
marble
than
left,
just
and
me
I'm
be
not
dead.
about to play marbles with you no more. And you can't beat my ass. What are you gonna do?
Snakeface isn't willing to bet his life on that. You know that for a fact.
They said I can't beat your ass, but I'm going to try to beat your ass, but they're gonna stop me.
You're gonna
and then
get
I don't know
shot
what
doing it. You're gonna get shot doing it because they even showed the dude like strangling the Pakistani, and they were like, "Get your hands off me."
But hey, I mean, if it's
I'm gonna try to
19-1,
my ass because you're gonna get sniped.
I got 19, you got 1. Maybe they shoot you first.
I'm gonna keep my marble right here. And be
I
like,
snatch my marble.
Yeah.
Yo, all I need is one marble, and they're not gonna kill me, bro. I'm keeping my one marble. I'm keeping it.
Whatever, man. All I know is we're not switching this fucking game. You have to run the scam of the century.
We about to sit here, then, Dex. We about to sit here.
You
I'm
have
not
to run the
giving you my
scam
one
of the
marble.
century. You're gonna be throwing your marbles in. You gonna throw your marble into the hole. You only got one marble to throw. I'm gonna just go pick that shit up. Now we're done.
Now we're done.
That's what I would have done. That's what the fat guy should have done to get that villain out of here. As soon as he threw his marbles, just go and snatch him up.
Go
like,
pick it up.
Dive on it like a
20
fumble.
can't beat my ass.
He can't
As soon
fight
as
me
you
over him.
As soon as you introduce that you can't beat my ass is one of my favorite things to say. Like, I'm good. You're not gonna beat my ass. What do you want to do? You can't beat my ass.
Two petty people try to decide who dies first.
Y'all both getting killed.
I guess we just gonna die, buddy. I just think
I'm winning with marbles every time. You can't beat my ass. So what you gonna do? We gonna sit here.
All that money, you ain't seeing it. Your daughter, she gonna be an orphan. I'm sorry.
Talking all kinds of shit. You can get an argument.
Your daughter gonna be an orphan. Your mom, she's not getting that surgery.
I'm gonna call pickpocket girl. So like in the middle of our argument, pickpocket your stuff, give it to me. I'm winning.
I get annoyed too easily, so I would have been like, "Fuck it, fine." Like,
Exactly.
I know exactly. Like, I'm the type of dude that all of a sudden be like,
Then
"Whatever."
You would have been dead. You would
exactly. Yeah, I know. That's why I wouldn't exist in this game. Like,
I would have argued with you until like 30 seconds left. You're like, fuck,
Ooh.
fuck, do it now.
I fold like a lawn chair whenever people like are aggressively petty like that. I'd be like, you know what? Ah!
Now put your life on the line. You got to match the petty with the petty energy. You can't back down.
Let me find out who the pettiest one on the podcast.
You can't back down. I'm sorry. You got to be as petty as possible on the Squid
We're both
Game.
gonna die then. We both gonna die.
Okay.
Yeah, well, cool girl dropping the marble and sacrificing herself, like, that was great. That was great writing. Great writing. I think I ruined the old guy thing for me too early. I think I accidentally stumbled across spoilers. So when they didn't show him dying, I was like, "Oh, he ain't dead." Like,
yeah, I mean that was a big tip off because they've shown you everyone dying this entire fucking show. That's been the whole point.
If doesn't die on screen, then I know that they may not be dead. Like when they took that girl away,
I never thought the old man was going to be alive, but I did take note of, they didn't. I thought they just didn't show us the old man die because
we love him.
We love the character. But then I thought back and I was like, nah, they showed us Ali going out sad. They showed us everybody dying. So
they showed us everyone dying.
So does that mean the guy that the brother shot, the front man shot his brother? Does it mean he died? Because he didn't die on screen.
No, he's not dead. He's definitely not dead.
Okay.
He's not gonna be dead. Cool.
Wait, the cop?
Yeah, the cop. Yeah,
the cop. That was easier.
Oh, cop's dead. Cop's out of here.
Absolutely not. No, he's not.
You don't get shot and fall off a cliff and live.
Yes, you do in every movie ever.
That's literally a plot point in like 30 movies.
Have you seen Pearl Harbor?
This happened in Black Panther.
And Pearl Harbor.
He gets shot in Black Panther.
He gets stabbed.
He got stabbed and fell off a cliff and survived. This happens in every movie.
But he had the strength of the Black Panther. So it's different.
It was removed before the fight.
If you're standing on the theory that if you don't die on screen, then you didn't dead, then the cop is alive, bros.
I think the cop is definitely going to be alive.
I would hate that, but it would make it a lot better if they like brought him
Yeah,
back
because
in
we need
season
to
2.
find out why the
So we
brother.
could wrap this shit up.
They also ruined the big surprise of the show right before you see it. A super weird decision. When he gets the card, when he's back with the red hair, and he gets the card from the dude, and he is setting up the meet because the old man called him his Ganubu or whatever that term is. Gambu. The old man put Gambu in the thing. So before he walks in and sees the old man, which is supposed to be a shocking moment, your first thought is to think, oh my God, the old man is alive. So you come to that conclusion in your brain before you see the scene. Super weird decision to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand. If you want to do a twist, do the twist, but don't foreshadow it like that right before it.
This show really didn't take the risk that it could have taken.
While we're here, I have to rant a little bit about that twist because I think it's so bad.
Is it giving you M. Night?
Honestly, like most M Night twists are like
dumb on purpose.
They're dumb on purpose, but it's like one of those things where it's like excusable. Like that's what you're here for. Like that's what you want. You want a dumb M. Night Shyamalan twist. That's his whole brand. But a good twist needs to recontextualize what you've already seen in the show or the movie, so that you're thinking differently about what you've already seen. But it has to like add something to it by recontextualizing it. So like that's why the Prestige twist really fucking good. You like watch the whole movie now, thinking about it differently. Things make a lot more sense. You know a little bit more about the characters and like the themes that the story is getting across. Twist in Fight Club, very bad because it recontextualizes what you've seen, and everything you've seen doesn't make any fucking sense now because it's so stupid.
Yeah, we saw two people, and then all of a sudden there's just one guy in a parking lot doing jumping jacks and beating himself up. Like what?
That's where the Squid Game one is. That's what the
yes,
Squid Game.
Yes.
Like, oh, okay.
So bad twist, Squid Game. It recontextualizes everything you've seen. Everything you've seen now is way less emotional because you know the old man was the bad guy.
Facts.
But it doesn't like add anything to the story. Like it doesn't make the story any better. You're not like, oh, I learned something now. The old man, you can't trust old people. That was the lesson I was supposed to learn by watching this show. Or it's not like it doesn't drive home the point about capitalism any harder or anything like that.
Right. It wanted to do the Saw twist, right? The first movie. That it wanted to be like the guy within the game or the guy next to you the whole time was the way, it was like the way they did it was awful. Like at midnight, I did it because it was fun. Like, come on, give me.
That's
really bad. That's really
bad. Like you can even say that, but you have to give me more than that.
You have to give me more than that.
You have to give me more than that. Sure. So drive home because we haven't really talked about it. These people are fucking evil. This game is evil. We've been laughing and leak past games and jokes all about. This is a fucking evil game. Yeah. So we need some goddamn explanation. Like, don't just
maybe people are just evil.
Yeah, sure.
But then the fucking end of that scene, is a person not being.
The people are good, yeah.
The people are good, and he dies before he does the game that he bet. Like, what?
It gets very clunky. It gets very clunky at that part of it. It's extremely clunky now. It's like,
also, I'm not. Y'all may disagree. I'm not sure that the old man was a great actor either.
Oh, he was.
Oh, we're not gonna do that. He was bodying those seats before he was the bad guy. He was great.
Did you not care about that old guy, Royden?
I'm not with you here, Royden. I'm sorry.
Royden, you might have to go talk to your therapist.
I can understand
this old man.
You see how old man
where you're coming from.
I'm sending this to your therapist, Royden.
That old man was
jokes on you. I'm not in therapy.
But you need to go to your therapist. I'm not in therapy either. I got therapy tomorrow.
But yeah, the twist is bad, and then like
jokes on you. I don't get mental help.
Like I said earlier,
I just sit with my problems and I punch a wall later.
No, that's therapy.
That's therapy. Yeah,
that's therapy.
And you gotta say it sometimes to be like that, and then that's therapy.
And I drink and I just push the problems down.
You gotta say the game is the game. You gotta say it is what it is. The game is the game, and that's therapy right there.
Yeah.
Literally,
I don't like. I didn't think he was bad. I just didn't know like
he was crushing my emotions.
One of my friends, I still like. I don't know. I'm maybe a bad person, but one of my friends was like episode 2 was like that old guy has something to do with this. And I was like, what? No, he would never. Like my friend called it like episode 2. I was like, this is crazy. How did you call this? There's no way. And they're like, no. They're like, I don't like him. He has something to do with this.
How can you not like the old man?
Yeah, I don't have that Spidey sense. I'm
So
sorry.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I was in. That old man could have sold me
I don't
a
believe
dream.
him.
I was in.
I'm gonna have a heart to heart with my friend. Like,
He was creepy.
Tell me the truth. Did you look up a spoiler? Because there's no way you could have called that.
He was creepy.
I love the
Yeah,
old man.
I don't know.
Now I'm
The whole
listening to
thing.
Royden, and maybe people didn't like him. I loved him.
That's
I
insane.
liked him.
He did so much for me. I loved him.
It's fine.
But the whole thing about the main character, like all of a sudden being like the heart of gold guy, after we know he was going to kill this old man, like that was what he was going to
He was
do.
gonna
Like,
beat him to death. He was like,
Do you not think it absolves him that he didn't actually kill the old man? Is that what they were going for? Like the evil thing that we saw him do, or like scamming an old man, he didn't actually scam the old man and get him killed because the old man was actually scamming him the whole time.
Yeah.
it doesn't absolve him for me because
That's why I
like
didn't make it that. That's why I didn't hate it, because it's like it didn't ruin the emotional moments for me. It made the emotional moment even more gray, which is why it was so good, because it was like, damn, I know it's hard to kill this old man, but you got to kill this old man. Damn, you're fucked up for killing this old man the way you did, but you kind of have to because you got to get back to your daughter. Like, they just furthered the gray area, which was like, damn, the whole time you think you got over, then you think that he was kind to you, even though you got over on him. And then the whole time you find out, like, he was running shit the whole time. Like, that's a fucking roller coaster of emotions, and I don't think it takes away that much. I didn't
what
like.
What if old guy just messed up in red light, green light, and like tripped or like sneezed or something like that, and then what happens?
yeah, how many
Right, did
people
he have,
know
like-
that he's behind this shit?
Yeah, if he gets domed in the first like in the
only way to
first
solve
game.
that- The only way to solve that is he must have had like a special thing on his jacket or something. Or a
Yeah,
he
special-
was
obviously-
number
I
one.
Obviously,
Like,
he was
do
never
not
playing
shoot
with
with
the
stakes.
stakes. He didn't die. He didn't get killed, so he was never playing the same game they were playing in the first place. So he would have never died. Although I guess he could have died
With that-
in
with
the.
that-
He could have died in the locker room part, I guess.
He could have done it in
Like
tug of war.
My question is, when did he want to die? Because in the glass episode, if he would have made it that far, what you doing then? So did he plan to die in the marble episode? Was that always his
Can
plan?
he jump
I
from glass
think
to
so.
glass? Do y'all think he could have made the jump?
I think he had to plan to die. Like, whoever he partners up with, I'm gonna die in the marble thing. The last one,
got it.
there's really no way to like not die.
Yeah, the marble one is
Yeah.
the only easy out.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
okay, just make sure the guy.
Unless he immediately rushes for 16, then you're like, what? Wait.
wait. No, so I think he planned that, but I don't know. That was. It does change how you go back and look at all the episodes with the old guy being there. I think the only way they tried to like hint at it was that he was player number one. It's like, oh, this old guy with a tumor is number one. Okay.
He was number one.
They like stayed with that on the scene. They were like, oh,
Yeah.
one. I was like,
So the old
Guys,
guy thing
they
doesn't.
They were wearing each other's jacket during the marble scene. I could have cried. Oh, it was beautiful.
The old guy thing doesn't really make any sense. Obviously, they set it up for that. He's actually a bigger actor. He was in like G.I. Joe and stuff. So he's had some crossover success, but like to be the new big bad guy, the front man, I think is what he was called. So they set him up to kind of be that guy. He's also the cop's brother. But then the very, very end is what did it for me. Like I kind of got past the old man stuff. Like it's a twist, but
It's a very bad twist.
it's a twist. It's a bad twist, but fine. Like we've seen bad twists. Like I can almost get like if there's some ending here that will like, all right, he learns some lesson and he kind of finds some sense of normalcy in all of this after all this traumatic shit that he's been through, and he goes and he has a life with his daughter or something like that, and he gives the kid and the mom the money, and then that's how he spends it, and then he goes and has a life with his daughter. I would have been okay, like
right.
Yeah, the twist is dumb, but then it's just like, okay, well, he's figured it out now. It actually, like he was able to help people through this. They make it like some sort of John Wick, like Liam Neeson sort of Taken ending, where all of a sudden this normal dude who was like a factory worker is going to go kill. And we talked about it, going to go kill all these people. Get your ass on the plane.
Go see
What are we
your
doing?
fucking daughter. Go see your fucking daughter.
I hate it. I despise that ending because I hated that.
You know this game is going to go on every year, so why don't you spend some time with your daughter and then come back next year, or come back? The game lasts about a week and a half. I mean, did we get a timeline on this? How long were they in there? About a week and a half? I don't know.
Go see your fucking daughter.
30 minutes.
And get that red dye out of your hair. You look ridiculous. You have a fucking
I was going to ask, what was that? Is that like a Korean thing that we just don't understand?
I hated that.
It definitely is. I don't know what the symbolism for that.
Because I was like, what the fuck is that?
Symbolism is he's a fucking clown. He's a clown. What are you dyeing your hair red, you weirdo?
I don't know. All I got to say is, man, I'm spending that money very quickly.
I've seen some shit, bro.
I've seen some shit, bro. I'm spending at least $1 million in therapy, first of all, and then the rest of it, I'm spending on my vices, which happen to be drugs and women.
That's
therapy.
Yeah.
Also,
the dude doesn't want to like spend anything on vices. Like he just grew a beard and like grew his hair out, and that was it. He was just like, no.
And
therapy or cocaine is going to solve this problem. We'll figure out which.
That has tons of urges to dye their hair all the time. So I don't want to be judged when I dye my hair red randomly, but it's just not going to be a part of my personality. Like it feels like he did red hair to be like rebellious.
Yes, like this is my costume.
You're also not an old Korean man, so
no one cares.
It hits different.
Literally, yeah, it's true. But
it's very different on you.
He could have just put some highlights in. I don't know.
Yeah. Just all I gotta say is justice for my girl. She deserved to have a more ceremonial death than getting stabbed by a piece of glass and then getting her throat slit. Come on.
Yeah, that was
they gave her like a Cersei death. That was bullshit. My girl was running shit the whole time.
She deserved to like go out in a fight at least.
At
least.
The scene where she is telling him, because she realizes she has a mortal wound, she's telling him like, let's split the money. If I die in here, take care of my family. She knows she's gonna die, but he doesn't know yet. It's just so emotional. It's so great. And then they literally have her go outside to this fucking traitor. I hate that guy. I hate Sang-woo.
I hate Sang-woo. The moral of this show is actually it be your own people.
It be your own people.
It really be your own people, dog.
And that is what we're going to take away from this Squid Game episode. It be your own people.
Including your dad, who will win millions of dollars and then just forget you exist to go be Batman on Lost Island.
Did he even send her any fucking money? Like, is the money just sitting there?
At least give me a scene like that. Yeah, because one scene where he's sending her money.
Like, what are we doing? The mom was saying before he left, like, we don't have a lot of money. Like, I'm just not like we're rolling in money. So send some money to your daughter, at least. If you're not going to be a father, at least send her some money. What are you doing? You're just sitting around getting drunk.
The only thing I can take away from this is that he hates his daughter. He hates her.
At the beginning of the show, when he like pops up at his baby mama's house, it's like, I want to see my kid, blah, blah, blah. And the stepdad is like, here's some money. Please go away forever. He's like, no, how dare you? So that I can't see my daughter.
How dare you imply that you can buy me away from my daughter? And now you have $1 bajillion and you don't even go fucking see your daughter.
You don't even go fucking see your daughter. You ain't
turns out I didn't she was uninteresting. I didn't really
turns out I didn't really want to see my daughter after all.
Kid sucks.
Rory, did you say the kid had bad vibes anyway?
Yeah, she wasn't doing anything.
A 10-year-old whack. Sorry.
I can get better stories at the racetrack, to be honest.
Rory, you've just been sitting back like, who cares? The girl was kind of trash.
Yeah.
All fuck them kids first team for sure.
He literally just didn't give a fuck about his daughter. He said, I'm dyeing my hair red. I'm staying here to fight fucking crime.
Seriously,
fuck my daughter.
How do you prioritize shutting down an annual game over seeing your daughter for like a little bit? How do you do that?
He just wanted to feel alive.
Especially when you just went through a thing where every day your mortality was on the line. You made it out of this, even though 455 other people didn't, and you don't want to go see your fucking family. You don't want to go see your daughter,
guys. After going through this traumatic Hunger Games experience, you know it's not going to be doing it for me. Going to the park.
Watching Coco Melon on Netflix. Not for me.
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't give a shit about that art that you just brought me. I'm not hanging that on my fridge. I don't care. I just
Make it
watched
real
four.
smart.
I just watched 400 people die. Do you understand?
455 people died.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Royden, you know what? I'm okay with that. But then go with it. See his daughter and have him put his daughter like through games. Like, you have to survive out here.
Yeah.
Shit.
Lady, you got to survive out here. Fuck all this art shit. I'm about to hand you a rifle.
You need to be playing more Squid Game and less studying. Get them fucking books. Fuck them books. You need to be the best Squid Game player ever.
Do you know what's out there?
Go to America,
you know what your
start
father
a
did?
youth Squid Game league.
Yo,
You and your little
did
friends need to be playing Squid Games 10 hours a day.
Your daddy did red light, green light. I'm about to show you red light, green light right now. And if you move, we're going to snipe. That's what's happening in the real world out there.
So this dude is basically the worst father to ever win the Super Bowl since O.J. Simpson. Like he won
Oh
the
my
Super Bowl.
god!
He did not even see his children. He did not even see his children after he won the Super Bowl.
Yo, he didn't.
This guy is a horrible, horrible father.
How long has Squid Game been running? They went back to the brother being
90s.
Like 99.
Yeah, like the 90s.
okay.
I feel like it would have been a better ending if he like went and saw the daughter and then
And then
he found out that the game was still going.
Yes.
So it just kind
And
of like
it only takes a couple minutes.
because no one knew except the doctor how long, because he saw the files. Like if I'm in that game, I'm like, damn, is this the first game or the last game? How often do they do this? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. So there's no incentive for me to go again. Like clearly they're playing it again, but maybe this is just year 2. I'm gonna let y'all have a year 2. And I'm gonna come fuck y'all up in year 3. I'm gonna let y'all kill 400 more people.
I have to go see my daughter first.
I'm gonna go see my daughter. Y'all can kill another 500 people. I'm gonna go see my daughter.
You
Also,
ever
what is
seen
your plan? You're not going to be able to stop like
Yes, that's
people
a great
from.
question.
You're not going to stop people from moving during red light, green light. They're going to get shot. Like that's just what it is. Like,
Red light, green light is one of the craziest scenes I've ever seen on TV. Is this the most violent show you've ever watched? This might be the most violent show ever, and I've watched a lot of violent shows.
probably.
This might be the most.
Have you
violent.
never seen anime that's more violent than this show? I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's just different.
The reason why I say it's the way that people die, but the amount of people dying in the short amount of time, that's a lot.
I think the amount of people is probably
There's
puts
like
it up there with
81
like.
Now you
people.
saw thousands of people die in Game of Thrones. It's just different.
That's true.
This was to say, well, in Game of Thrones,
That dragon attack on the city, that's I mean,
yeah,
that was
that was
9/11 style, bro. A lot of people
they
died that
show
day.
the death. They just showed the way, like they didn't really show the death. It was just
That's
like
fair.
city burning,
Yeah,
which people are dying.
yeah.
This one was like, I'm about to show you a pile of 800 people or 200 people running away when the bitch said red light and they're getting sniped. Like, that's really, this might be the most violent show.
It's up there. It's damn sure up there. This is a very violent show.
All right, we are running long here, so that has been Squid Game. You can check it out on Netflix. We've probably already watched it. Like Travis Scott has watched this shit. Like everybody's watching this.
It was in my damn barbershop. They were playing it on the dub. That's when I realized, oh, this show is literally everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, it's on the front page of Netflix. You'll be able to find it. Like some things, they're actually proud of this one. Like you ever try to look for a Netflix show that everybody says they've been watching and it's just like not on the front screen?
You can't find it. You're like, this just
How's
came out
that-
last week. Why am I not seeing this on the
How's that
front screen?
possible? All right, so we are going to draft childhood games or Squid Games, quote unquote, that we think that we would be elite at. So we are going to do that right after this ad break from Apollo Houston. And let's get a draft order.
Mo was about to tell a lot of lies about her childhood game playing abilities. So
No,
just
I'm
be
not.
ready for those. Yes, you are.
Am I going first?
Yes, the guest always goes first.
Knockout.
Damn, what?
Starting?
What?
This is
Hold
the
on.
game you're the
Incredible
best
game.
at of all the games? Knockout?
I thought we were just picking just games. I didn't think we were picking like games that we were good at, but whatever. But yeah,
Oh, or
knockout's
do you
an
wanna-
incredible choice.
No, it has to be games that you're good at. That makes it so much more fun.
Knockout.
Okay.
This is the game that you're best at. The childhood game you're best at is literally a
No,
basketball-based game.
not that I'm best at,
But that's the best pick.
but I'm really good at. But I got even stuff that I'm even better at that I'll whoop y'all asses in. Go ahead.
That's an
Knockout.
incredible pick.
You stole my tweet. God damn it.
Did I really?
Knockout's a
Yeah.
great game to play the
Here's
Squid
the
Game.
thing. I literally played it the other day and I felt like a child. I was like, this is great. This is
I
Knockout
said
already gets competitive. It already gets a
Yeah.
bit competitive. It's perfect.
Dex had a good point about it. What were you saying? That, like somebody knocks your rebound across the
Yeah,
fucking
somebody will
yes,
like
like you
knock
just
a
knock
rebound
your-
across the gym. Or like they'll see you shooting, it's about to go in, so they just launch their basketball, like trying to hit you.
Oh, I hate that.
By the way.
Oh, they'll knock your ball out of the sky. Oh, I hate that.
Like
gets
imagine
very
this shit with
competitive.
your life on the
It
line,
has
bro.
to
Oh
be
my
like games
god.
with your body, right? Like not like video games or like PC games, right? Like actual games.
Yeah, like games you would play as a child. Well, but, I mean, I guess you play in 64
Well, I did
games or
play
whatever.
Yeah, outside games, not inside games.
Outside games.
Damn.
But yeah, I said knockout because damn it. Yeah. GoldenEye, I would have been the shit.
fucking Mario Kart Grand Prix.
I played
life on
Crash-
the line,
I'm
bro.
fucking you
No,
up in
that's
Smash
Crash.
Brothers.
Crash Team Racing, I'm on y'all ass.
No, but I said knockout in the tweet because I was like, I think
Oh, I
like
didn't.
most people can't shoot a basketball and most people can't throw a baseball.
Yeah.
Just the amount of celebrities that I've seen like that can't throw a first pitch. Like, I don't think people can do that stuff. It's like, I'm going to be fine. I'll be fine. I'll get through the first round. Anyway,
I mean, I guess with knockout, it kind of depends. Like, is it only one person lives at the end of this, or like?
No, that's they gotta find a way to only eliminate a certain amount of people. So maybe there's like a time limit. You have to stay in the game past the time limit.
Did y'all
Okay.
see the video that dude made where he was like, if Squid Game was for black people and they start playing basketball?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They look so excited.
It's all white people versus all black people. He's like, wait, I have kids. He's like, you better double
They
team
were
me.
cooking that white lady. That white lady got crossed over.
She did get dunked on. Oh my god, so me.
He's like, they're literally doing warm-ups right now. They're doing a layup line.
The white team is like, this isn't fair. They're warming up.
They're in basketball sneakers. How is this?
They're in uniform already.
All right, let's go. Do we after Mo? Do we want to? How do we want to do this?
I'll go.
All right, Tej, and then I haven't gone last in a long time, so I want
Yeah,
to.
Rowan, you take the turn.
All right, so Mo, Tej, Dex, me.
I'm going dodgeball. I am the reigning dodgeball champion.
God damn it.
I play to win. I'm trying to take heads off, spines off, body shots, leg shots, foot shots. I am dominating. I'm the LeBron James of dodgeball. I am completely dominating the field of competition. Anybody on my team, we're gonna be good. We're going to the finals. We're gonna win the finals. So I'm picking dodgeball because I'm great at dodgeball. I love that.
So is it like if you're eliminated, it like, or does your team have to win?
Maybe just your team has to win, and like the tug of war rules. If your team loses, your whole team dies. My team is going to the championship. But if we're playing individuals, that's a more chaotic game because everybody can hit everybody. I like my chances less. I really like the team format where I only got to look in one direction for where the balls are coming from. I don't like the big circle blob. Everybody's throwing the balls at everybody.
So
It takes no skill.
Dodgeball and tug of war format. How's that?
Yeah.
Basically, yes. Like your team loses the dodgeball game. You don't get killed when you get hit by the dodgeball. If your team loses the dodgeball game, all your team is dead.
Yeah.
That would
My
be
team is going to
batshit
the
crazy
finals.
though. Like,
Dodgeball with the tug of war.
you get eliminated in dodgeball, you get shot.
Yeah.
As soon as you get hit with the ball, the next thing you feel is a bullet in the face. Like
I can't help but think of if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Like if you can dodge this ball, you can dodge a
That's
bullet.
a bullet. Yeah.
Or like you throw a floater and somebody catches it and you're just out, like just shot.
Shit.
No,
God
that
damn
seems
it,
to
she
be
just
the-
shot.
The ball slips and it just hovers in the air like, oh no. Oh man. All right. Dex.
So I'm gonna go with the one that I tweeted, Sharks and Minnows. I used to love that game. Like,
Can you play that again? Is that like cops and
That's the one in the pool.
It's
right?
in the pool. Yeah. You have to swim
Yeah.
across.
yeah, it can be in a pool. We also like in PE, we just played it like in a field or whatever. But like,
What
They
do
run
you
it on a football
can you
field.
Describe that one again. Is that like cops and robbers? Or is that different? I'm tripping.
No, that's different.
I don't know what
Sharks
Cops
and Minnows
Robbers
is a pool related game.
No,
But yeah, so
please,
basically-
Sharks and Minnows, please. Yeah.
Yeah, Sharks and Minnows. You gotta like the minnows got to go from one side to the other, like of the pool or the field or whatever you're playing on, and avoid being tagged by the sharks. Basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I know what that is. Yeah, I got that. And there's only one shark, right? And like 5 minutes.
It
I don't know
starts
how.
out- It starts out with like 1 or 2 sharks, depending on how big the game is, and then like as they tag people, they become sharks. So
Yes. So
how do you start to eliminate people though in this? Like, if people become sharks, like, what's the?
if you're
There'll always be one shark, and if you get caught by that one shark,
you're
just
dead.
get shot in the head.
Yeah, so the shark, you draw straws and the shark automatically lives or whatever.
I mean, unless they just keep getting crossed up, like they don't tag anybody.
Or maybe maybe you have to play teams on this one too, and then you have to choose your shark of your team.
Yeah,
and I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All-time quarterback.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right.
Okay, my first one is kickball. I would be elite at picking teams for kickball.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I am finding the country guy that is wearing boots, steel toe, and he is going to knock the shit out of that ball. They always did it in PE. We had to stop playing kickball because so many rednecks busted the ball because they were kicking it so hard. You can't wear your boots to class, Travis. You're breaking the ball.
This is the most Livingston, Texas thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Bet your ass, buddy. We are taking home dodgeball champions real quick. So fast it'll make your head spin. And then my second one, I don't know if y'all are going to count this, but I want to see if I can get away with this. Heads up, 7-Up.
Oh yeah, you can get away with it.
That's an inside game.
Oh, give me a break.
Yeah, well, I'll allow it.
No, yeah, heads up 7-Up is fun.
I'm peeking at people's shoes. I am peeking at people's shoes. I am cheating.
I mean, it's Squid Game. Everybody's wearing the same shoes, so it doesn't help.
Ah, damn it. Well, that one has blood on it. That one didn't have blood.
But yeah, I'll allow it. I like heads up 7-Up.
Heads up, 7-Up. You see your crush's shoes, and she like doesn't pick your thumb. You're like, oh, damn.
Is there a separate story here?
What? No. What?
We need to bring this up in therapy too.
Royden actually met his fiance during a game. Heads up 7-Up.
Yeah, something happened to Royden heads up.
In college.
Something happened to Royden heads up 7-Up.
So I'm gonna go with Simon Says, and this will basically be the red light, green light, just like a mass elimination game. Like,
didn't say Simon Says, bang.
This is crazy. Squid Game is crazy, bro. That's wild.
Insane. But yeah, Simon Says, like, just it's a very stupid game, but for Squid Game, especially like a round 1 of the next Squid Games, perfect weed out.
Oh yeah, call the round 2 because it was round 1.
Teach.
I'm going with Red Rover. It's a very physical game already, and I'm getting my bars off. I'm definitely making tackles. Extremely
clotheslining people.
I'm already a big person. I'm going to be extremely rough on the average American in this game. I'm going to be extremely rough on them. I have to stay alive. I like my chances at Red Rover.
All right, I'm going Capture the Flag.
Great game.
Oh, are you fast? I'm slow. Man. I'm slow as shit. Like there's no way.
I'm playing Capture the Flag. I was gonna say tag, but Sharks Minnows is tag just with like a little bit more objectives. I don't know if we could say tag. I love tag too, but I'm gonna go with Capture the Flag. My team is fucking winning, bro.
All right, you got another pick too.
Oh, me? I gotta go again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Marbles.
Like the actual like draw a circle and
marble game.
That feels like too much of a chance.
I've never actually played a full game of marbles.
I actually love marbles.
Me neither.
Well, does that count? Does that count as a game? It does.
Yeah.
Like, kind of in the game.
You can play marbles inside or outside.
Play marbles.
Okay. Well, here's my question then. If marbles count, does man call it count?
Excuse me.
Now we're getting into board games.
No, not board games.
Mancala is a board game.
It is, but it's like marbles. It's kind of like
no. It uses marbles, but it also has a board.
So
And they're
marbles,
like half marbles. So
marbles
they're
has a
half
board
marbles.
too. Marbles has
No,
a
it doesn't.
board, too. It's the circle that you draw. It's board. Okay, fine. Marbles. Capture the flag marbles.
It's me again. I'm just gonna have a good old fashioned game of basketball. I like my chances against the average American. I'm not the best hooper. I'm not
I've
LeBron
seen you
James
hoop,
or
bro.
nothing like that. But
Bro,
I'm,
I've
you
seen
know,
you hoop.
I'm,
You get
we're talking about
sniped.
the average American. I'm getting my balls up. I'm posting people up. I'm definitely gonna put up a lot of points in this game. I'm gonna play great defense.
You getting
I'll be in
sniped.
the gym. I'm not getting sniped off the basketball court against the average American. No, I am not.
Yes.
Now, if they got some real hoopers in there, I might get exposed. But it better be some real hoopers in there, and chances are there's not gonna be no real hoopers in there. Chances
I'm not
are.
getting sniped. I am the sniper in a game of basketball.
Imagine a game of basketball, but the refs have fucking
Guns.
Machine guns. every time you foul somebody, pow.
Like that picture of Avon from The Wire.
Imagine playing basketball next to people with fucking ARs. Like
That's insane.
crazy.
Technical foul, 2 shots to your head.
Your head. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Oh God. Wait, is it?
It's me.
Dex? Yeah.
I feel like this has to count. I'm gonna take musical chairs.
Damn it!
Were y'all actually good at that? I feel like that game is weird.
I was actually pretty good at it because you could
Yeah.
body somebody out of the way, really,
Exactly.
if you wanted to take it seriously enough.
I guess a year or two ago, I was working at the mall. We had like one of our morning meetings or whatever, and they had us play musical chairs to like get the blood flowing or whatever. So it was like just me and a bunch of other 20 somethings all like before
Taking it way too seriously.
Yeah, before our morning shift at the mall, just like, this is really stupid. Why are we playing musical chairs? And then by the end of it, we were like fighting each other. That shit was insane.
Musical chairs gets violent. Very
So yeah, musical chairs with your life on the line. Insane. Gotta be crazy.
Have you ever seen that video? It was like at a high school where they make them do it in front of the entire gym, and it's just a boy and a girl, and you think that he's gonna like let her win, and they purposely stop it for her to win, and he just takes it and rips it out from under her. One chair left and sits down in it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Dex is like, that's what I'm on right there.
I mean, hey, if it's me or you, one of us has to die. Sorry.
Damn. What do I want?
You have 2 left, right?
Yeah.
You go back around one last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm at slow pitch softball. Very good at slow pitch softball randomly. I'm not great at baseball.
But slow pitch softball.
I really like
for softball. You getting your bars off.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What position you playing?
I will play. I'm slow, so it's like first base, third base. I'm like a corner position player. But I don't know why I never hit home runs in baseball, but I will blast home runs in slow pitch softball. Maybe because
I got
slow.
you in left field. Left field is all I got for you.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, yeah, you got to have a good left fielder. It's where they hit it a lot. No, I got one more. Let's see. I'm running out of games here. I feel like. I mean, there's 1,000, but like, I'm just thinking because I'd be ass at tag. Like I'd be bad at hide and seek. I'm too tall. Let's see.
Yeah, also as a tall person, yes, hide and seek would not work for me. Mm-hmm.
You mean that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would say hide and seek. That's why I'm pissed that you just said because you're tall, meaning I'm short.
You can just logistically, you can just hide more places.
Yes,
I stink at hide and seek for this reason.
I was going to add hide and seek too, but now I have to get my lies proper.
I'm gonna play keep the balloon off the ground.
Okay. Yeah.
One of the greatest games in American history that doesn't have a name.
Yep.
Why is that game so fun? I don't understand it.
All kids love. You never find a kid that doesn't love the game.
The game is amazing.
You never find an adult that doesn't love it.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
It's an incredible game.
Like go like if you and your spouse are bored at home, just go and like inflate a balloon and be like, hey.
If y'all are in the middle of
Hit
an
it to her.
argument, like just have the balloon going during the argument. I'm sure everyone will be a lot nicer, a lot more levity in the conversation.
That would be a very fun thing to do at home with your wife. Just like, we're just gonna keep this balloon up. That shit used to entertain me for hours as a kid. It's a great game.
Yep.
I literally saw a kid playing it the other day. I remember I told you, like, I saw a kid playing it the other day. I was like, look how happy this kid is. He's so happy. He's just keeping the balloon up.
But like even as an adult, like sometimes you'd like be at like a baseball game or whatever, and there's like an inflatable volleyball just in the crowd. And now
And people go fucking insane for it. People go wild.
We just gotta hit the shit around and like keep it off the ground. This is a game now.
Dude, even dogs love the shit. Dogs love keeping shit off the ground.
Yeah. It's like when like dudes just throw rocks or something like that. Like it's inherent.
Skipping rocks. It's just a good time.
What's skipping rocks? Wow,
it took me four fucking ever to figure out how to skip a rock, and then I did.
I definitely cannot skip a rock. I definitely cannot.
We know, Teach. We know.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Wait, you can't skip rock? Game. Wait, what?
Well, not with any level of skill. No,
you cannot skip a rock.
Not with any level of skill. No,
it doesn't take any skill.
It does take some skill.
It's more about the rock.
I also can't whistle. I can't do. There are a lot of these things that people can do.
I can't whistle either.
I can't whistle.
Can you snap?
I can snap, but I cannot whistle.
It's okay. It's an okay snap.
Okay, I don't have a great snap, but I can snap.
Wait, can none of us whistle?
No, I can't.
I can whistle.
Oh, okay. Mo, you're the first person that I've ever met.
Here we go.
Who I tell that I can't whistle, and you didn't immediately whistle. So I thank you for that. You're
very welcome. It's very annoying. Why would I just start whistling?
That's because she can't whistle. Don't listen to her.
I absolutely can. I'm not proving that I can whistle on this podcast.
Well, then there's that. Well, that's because you can't whistle.
Literally, whatever you.
I'm gonna post a video and add all of you. How about that?
In the whistling Squid Game, you going out very sad. You getting sniped very early on.
In the
whistling Squid.
Bro, how would that work? How would a whistling Squid Game work?
I hate people that can whistle because they always show
You
off.
better whistle this tune. I'm gonna whistle this bullet into the back of your skull.
When people find out you can't whistle, they immediately start whistling at you. I fucking hate that.
They immediately flex on
I said
you.
I don't want it. You see why I didn't do it?
This is why
I don't believe that
you
can't do it because every person who can whistle does that.
Thank you, Dex, for my praise. I was about to. I was very close. I was like, don't be annoying, Mo.
People can whistle.
I have the voice in my head.
People that can whistle are bad people, and they always do the thing. So you didn't do it because you can't whistle.
Both of my parents can do the thing where they put their fingers in their mouth, and it's the loudest thing that you've ever heard.
They do that
both can do it, and yeah,
to me, that's a generation. I don't think any millennial can do that. If you can do that, you are a Gen Xer or a Boomer, bro.
I think it definitely like skipped generations, like it just cut off
generations. It's definitely done. Like
kids that play baseball still do that.
We adapted out of doing that. Like we've grown as a species.
All right. So Teach can't skip rocks. That's weird. No, Dex
can't skip rocks or whistle
or snap. We heard your snap, bro.
Okay, I can snap. I don't. Anyway. Whose turn is it?
It's my turn. Let's see. Is Twister a board game or is it a childhood game? Can we count Twister?
See, if y'all let Twister go, then I'm putting man.
I'm gonna veto that now.
I'm a veto on Twister because that game is trash.
That game stinks.
I hate that game.
I love that.
I'm not flexible.
Game.
I'm tall. That's the worst game.
I am the least. The least flexible person. Like I can't even touch my toes. You're gonna have me play Twister for my life?
Oh, so y'all don't know I'm cooking y'all on Twister. That's why y'all don't want me to have
it. No, it's a board game.
Now I'm on Dex's side. No,
yeah, y'all are tripping.
It's a board game
that you play with your entire body. It's not like Monopoly.
That's true. That's true, Dex.
I play Monopoly with my entire body as well. What are you talking about?
You gotta veto it for the right reason.
If you're not playing with your whole body, you're not playing to win, bro. You gotta play with your whole body.
Flipping the board with your whole body when you're mad as shit. Then you're paying taxes out the ass.
Like dancing on your graves as a bankruptcy with my entire body.
Yeah,
I don't play a Monopoly, boy. I'm so good at Monopoly. I love Monopoly.
I fucking hate Monopoly.
I'll sit there for 7 hours as long as I get the
I like
victory.
you, Blyden. You're the first man I've ever met that doesn't like Monopoly.
I hate Monopoly.
Great game.
Cannot stand
it.
Every straight man loves Monopoly.
I'm an uber capitalist. I'm crushing dreams. I kick you out of my house. I don't care that you can't pay on time. Get your ass out. Get out.
I'm a life truther. That game, Life, is that what it's called? Life?
Yeah. That game stinks.
I've never played it.
I love that game.
Because there's hope in life, and Monopoly is dark.
You crush dreams, bro.
Yeah, Monopoly just makes you hate your fucking friends. It's like all you people suck.
I buy property and then like you just, you know, I don't know. I don't like it.
How can you not like Monopoly? I made you sit here for 3.5 hours and I slowly, dollar at a time, crushed your hopes and dreams.
That's my first.
I grounded you to
first
a
issue.
pebble.
Republican Tej.
Part of the word games gives me short, sweet, and fun. Monopoly is like crushing and long, and it's not even rewarding. At some point, you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Here, take my money. I don't care. I'm out. Like people will bow out of Monopoly.
Oh, if you are out because you're too tired, I still consider that a victory for me. I'm putting hotels on all your shit now.
We started this game at 7:00. It's midnight. I'm going to bed. Enjoy.
Oh, I love Monopoly.
There are a few things better in life than like the Monopoly with the like electronic cards or whatever, and you put in your friend's card, they don't have any more money. It's like
no, I don't play that.
I fucking love
Monopoly.
that shit.
I'm old school. I like to feel my money in my hand.
DJ's a Gen Xer. Don't disrespect.
I like to feel my money in my hand. I don't want no debit card. That's not how I was raised.
We're running long. Let me get my pick out. I'm gonna go with just a relay sack race.
Oh no, hell no. I would trip and fall and be shot in the head. I would know.
This is why you're not on my team, Royden. I'm sorry.
I was terrible. I was terrible at sack races. I was terrible at the race where they put your feet together and you gotta
race.
Yeah, the 3-legged race. I'm awful at that shit. Anyway,
you can't be on my squad in Squid Game.
That's fine.
I'm losing.
My last pick, and hopefully it counts as Marco Polo.
Wait, I didn't get my last pick.
Oh yeah.
Were you gonna pick Marco Polo?
I was not gonna pick Marco Polo. No.
What's your pick?
My pick is what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, it's a game. This is probably a regional game, but we used to play a game called Tap, where basically you have a basketball and you can't let your feet touch the ground when you're touching the ball. So when the ball comes, you have to take your feet off the ground. You can never be touching the ball and have your feet on the ground.
Yeah, we played that.
I've never heard of this.
Y'all
it was fun. I was elite at it.
Doing it. I would be a VIP to that Squid Game.
I was elite at it. I would dominate most of America at this game.
We had to play. We did that in 21 though. If you wanted to like bankrupt somebody, basically, like if you could tap it in without putting your feet on the ground, then you could eliminate some of their points.
Oh, I've seen.
Oh yeah, I've heard of before.
I've never heard of this before. My last pick is Marco Polo.
Marco Polo.
I'm elite at that fucking game. In the pool. We're in the pool.
Like as the person avoiding or as the person tagging?
Both. I'm elite at both.
Oh, okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Switch hitter.
What's a game that you would be before we're 3 hours long anyway, but like what's a game that you would be absolutely trash at?
Red light, green light. Yo, I'm not making it past episode 2 if I'm casting it.
Twister.
I'm casting Squid Game. Oh, I'm beating everyone at Twister.
Any game that being clumsy is a disadvantage, I'm definitely, or being unflexible is a disadvantage, I'm losing that game.
Any game that requires like sustained running, I'm out of there. Like I'm done. Just being real.
And here's why I might not win at red light, green light. It's because I won't cross the finish line. Not because I won't be able to stay still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so fucking scared that I'm gonna stop before she says, red light.
Yeah.
And I'm just
and then not move.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cross. I'm gonna try to like get a pattern that I'm not gonna be able to make it in time with 5 minutes. They're gonna snipe my ass.
I would get my ass beat at tag. I'm just too long. I'm just all over the place. Just all arms and legs. Something would get hit. And then people would beat my ass if we were doing people would beat my ass in Uno. I would lose my ass in card.
I'm so good.
We do card games. I'm playing card games all day in Squid.
No, I would cook at Uno.
I would cook at Uno.
I would get
you in speed. I'm being everybody.
Can you imagine playing spades with your life on the line?
Spades is already aggressive. It's already aggressive.
Already how people play it.
Perfect.
Like the way y'all get upset if something goes wrong. You think you're like
it's got to be like actual spades where they don't tell you the rules. They just said we're playing spades now, and
then
sink or swim.
And then halfway through, they tell you which version they're playing.
God, can you imagine playing like dominoes or something? Jesus Christ. That would have been
slamming the table and shit. Somebody to their death.
They just get sniped.
42.
That's crazy, man.
All right. That has been a long, and I think it was worth it because it's a longer series.
And worth it.
But it has been a long One Take podcast. You can find us at One Take Podcast, all your One Take podcasts. You can find us on all the platform, all of them. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. But Mo, where can they find what you're doing?
Thank you guys again, One Take Pod. Of course, join us in What We Watch. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, What We Watch, WWW Film TV. Also follow me, Miss Peacherino, on Twitter. Keep in touch with our newsletter. Subscribe, whatwewatch.net. And follow One Take Pod at the number One Take Pod on
Oh, thank you.
Twitter.
Woo!
I feel, I have a sexy voice. I can do it for you.
Appreciate it. No, it's way better than what. Hey, can you follow One Take Podcast, please? I really appreciate it.
We need you to do like a producer drop.
Love being here. Hashtag Squid Game, hashtag What We Watch, hashtag One Take Pod.
Thank you so much for the people that followed us. 500 people now on Twitter. All of you.
We really out here, bro. This shit's crazy.
We appreciate you, idiots. I don't know why you would do that, but thank you. Shout out to Joe Goodman for winning our prize pack that we are giving away. I'm not kidding when I said we are all friends with Joe on Twitter. Like, total coincidence that he actually won that.
Game is rigged. Squid Game is rigged.
It is rigged. But he will be getting a prize pack in the mail. He's so much as said it several times on Twitter, but we appreciate it. So you can find us at all those platforms. Go follow us on YouTube. Go follow us on Twitch. One Take Pod on all of your podcasting platforms. Dex, what are we doing?
Well, first of all, we're going to apollohu.com and we're buying the dopest Houston merch available. And we're using promo code One Take Pod, ONETAKEPOD, for 10% off of just all the flyest Houston merch. It's playoff baseball time, so there's going to be a bunch of Astros shit. The Rockets are back. There's going to be a bunch of Rockets shit. We got
our bike.
We're bike. We got One Take Podcast shirts on there. You can get one and make it 10% off. But we're also hashtag support Florence Pugh. Just all the time, constantly, whatever she's doing, it doesn't matter. Support it.
Hashtag sports Florence Pugh. RIP to the Yankees, but not really. I mean, rest in piss.
Please stop.
RIP bozos.
RIP. Couldn't be me.
Ooh, I smoke Yankees.